Crafting, and I am a tad bit late. I'm so sorry, y'all. Had to do a post office run and do a couple of other things this morning. Busy morning. And the grandson is still with us. So we got a lot going on. Bill is in the room.
I am.
And let's see if y'all can see us on here, if the connection is okay. Okay, so let's see who's here. Hey, Mercy's
Beanie Free.
Pages is here. How y'all doing? So I am making cards. I'm working on my cards for the Uvalde card campaign by Biddy Penny. So I figured that's what I'll be doing today during the live. I know many of you do cards for different campaigns or sometimes different organizations in your area. So I thought I would come on, we'll chit chat, have a little fun, and we'll go ahead and do this. So if any of you are not familiar with this, this is the card drive that I've been talking about, card drive for Uvalde. And the dates, she started May 25th. So this is Biddy Penny's channel. This is her organizing this card campaign. And so I'm getting ready to do my cards, mass produce them so I can send them out because I have until July 1st. And I need to get those in the mail like ASAP. Hey, Ashley Hammond, how are you? Ann, how are you doing?
Not Ann.
Ann Hirschleb. I hope I'm saying that
Vicky
right.
Jensen, Linda Veal, Sarah Johnson.
Look at our crafty family in the house.
It's Lion.
Okay.
DFC, Susan Lee.
Vicky, don't worry, we were a little bit late, so that's probably why you didn't get the notification.
Look at Catherine Matamala.
Netwear, she said, Tracy, my Sunday school kids love the shirt card. Thanks for such a neat idea. Y'all, those shirt cards, I gotta tell y'all. Y'all are still doing the shirt cards, okay? And post them in the group. I love it because now this can be something that you do beyond Father's Day. You know, you might make smaller versions of them. You might do Christmas cards for dads or the men in your lives. You know, it would make a cool Christmas card. Just slap a greeting on there, right? Let me see, I have one left here from the camp. But these have been y'all have been sending me like emails and notes and showing me what y'all have been making. And boy, y'all have done such a good job making these. Such a good job. Yeah, so hey, Donna Satterley is in the craft room.
It's Donna.
Okay, so before we start, I do have some sad news. I saw it was posted in the group. I knew that Kathy German was going into the hospital because she had written me. And I think that might have been back in, I'm not sure, maybe back in March. She had sent me a text message. And I'm just sad to say that she passed away. Someone was actually posted it in the group, and I did go and I saw the, I just wanted to confirm, but I did see that she did pass away. I think it was in June, possibly. I'm not sure. Or maybe her memorial was in June. But yeah, our crafty friend, Kathy German, did pass away. My heart goes out to her and her family. She was such a gem. She was also one of our moderators as well. But, you know, thank y'all. I just want to say thank y'all for just checking on everyone. You know, like when y'all don't see someone on the live, y'all check on each other. Like, you know, I just think it's such it's all about checking on your neighbor, checking on your family to see if they're okay. Because so many of us that are on here are just not okay. We're going through stuff. We have surgeries coming up. We have just family issues. We've got just life things that we have to deal with. And just it was just I just have to say I'm just so grateful that we have a crafty family who is close knit. When y'all don't see someone on the live, y'all check on them. And I think that meant a lot to Kathy German. She was very active in our
And
group.
she was very encouraging also.
She was very encouraging. She was such a giving person. Um, but we just want to, our heart just goes out to her and her family. And she was just a light in our group. Like all of us knew her because she was always on the live. So I feel fortunate that we had such a wonderful person in our group and that we got to know Kathy. So yeah. Yeah, so it was just I just wanted to let y'all know that keep her family um in your thoughts and prayers. That was some sad news that came in this week. But I thought yeah, that y'all may want to know that um yeah, prayers for Kathy. Oh, Kathy's mom died while Kathy was in the hospital. You know, I saw that too. Oh my goodness, just so sad. So many of us are dealing with loss and grief, and y'all still come on here and you still encourage and you still inspire others. So I want to thank each and every one of you for doing that, for being the light that the world needs right now, for being encouraging to each other, for reaching out to someone and saying, um, I'm here for you, for sending someone happy mail who may not have much stuff to craft with, and continuing to be a giving community. This is what community is all about. If we're wondering what the world should be like right now, look inside of our group. Look at the wonderful souls that we have in our crafty family. And this is how the world should be. The world would be a much better place if we had more people like the group of people that we have. So thank you all so much. I just wanted to let y'all know that you are greatly appreciated, that um, that we are honored to be able to be the connection that has connected all of you together, if that makes sense. Does that make sense, Bill?
It definitely does.
It does. So keep inspiring, keep motivating others. If someone is knocked down, if you can, reach down and help them up. So
Sometimes two of you are down, a couple of people down together, and you can make it your way up together.
right. Yep.
I can't get it by myself, and neither can you. Maybe we can do it together.
Maybe we can do it together. Yep.
Thanks everyone for those kind comments. Crystal Queen, Princess, or whatever. It's a lot of you.
You're so welcome,
Miranda
Princess
Vance.
Nieves. She said, "Thank you and Bill for giving us a platform to be part of a wonderful and caring community." Well, thank you. A lot of people say, "Well, I'm only one person," but one person can make a huge difference. And if Bill and I have been a testimony to that, um, if Bill and I have been a testimony to that, then we mission has been accomplished. We're not perfect.
Hi, Gilda.
But we try our best to do right.
Gilda Morgan is new today.
Hey, Gilda, so glad that you're here.
You know what? I just have to say this. It's so interesting that I never met Kathy German in person, but I almost have tears in my eyes right now because I feel like I know her.
Right. Yep.
We've talked to her a number of times on the phone.
Yes, we sure have.
Seeing the comments she's made in the groups, the comments that you all have made about her, it's amazing how you can feel so intimately connected when you've never actually physically met the person. Yeah. Yet I feel like I know her even more so than I know her far better than I know my neighbor right here.
Yep.
right next door to me in every direction, actually. Anyway, I just had to say that.
Yeah.
So. All right.
I found myself actually going through my phone to look at the text between me and Kathy, and hoping that I said something to be encouraging to her. And I did say the words, I love you, when she told me she was going through some stuff. So I was so glad to find, I was like really looking, I have like 3 phones, right? And I'm looking through the phones to see what were the last words that I said to Kathy. And I just wanted to make sure that I said, I love you. I said, I think I told her that I loved her when she said that she was going through some stuff. And I was happy to know that I did say, I love you.
Hold up. Miranda Vance just said something really deep. She says, God does not ask for perfection. He does ask for willingness to do what you are able to do
Mm-hmm.
to the best of your ability.
There you go.
You couldn't have said it any better.
That's what we do in a nutshell. That's what we do.
All right, let's.
Ooh, boy,
I'm
y'all
a
just.
happier note here.
Ah. So we're inspired, and we feel the love from all of you too. I have to say that we feel the love from y'all. I'm getting out my markers because I'm going to be coloring. I'm doing some sending you a paper hug for the cards that I'm going to be doing for Uvalde. So I just wanted to get on here and do some coloring and stuff. We've been having a blast with our grandson Adonis. So he's here. Strawberry absolutely loves him and feels like she needs to protect him, doesn't she?
Yes, Lord.
Strawberry absolutely loves him. And I don't know if it's the boy energy that she loves, but she is just like hooked on him. She's like, I gotta go make sure I check on him. She usually follows me around, but she's been following Adonis around a lot. Okay, so I've got the sending paper hug. So this is going to be my sentiment that I decided on. And these cards can be cards for kids or adults. I figured I'm going to use some of my stickers that I have from Dollar Tree as well. So if you are thinking about mass producing cards and you're just not sure, you could always use some of the stickers that you get from Dollar Tree. I love making Dollar Tree cards. Oh, thanks, Debsy. She said Adonis is a cutie. He's adorable. He's just a whole nother energy in the house.
He's at his best when he's asleep.
That's when he's at his best, huh? No, we're good. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to just start cutting some of these out. And I don't know if y'all mass produce like this. This is normally how when I try to make a lot of cards, this is how I make them. So there's still a little bit of time left if you want to get in on that card drive for Uvalde. The information is on biddypenny.com, and Biddy Penny has a YouTube channel. Go ahead and look at all of the, she's got some rules in there, so you want to make sure you look at the rules first before you start sending cards. She's in Texas, and she's going to get the cards where they need to be. So kudos to Biddy Penny for doing this. And if you haven't subscribed to her channel is Biddy Penny.
On YouTube.
On YouTube, yes. So some of these, I do want to do some other things with them. But I like to kind of cut my stuff out. And I don't use a paper trim or anything on this part.
You eyeball it.
Just kind of eyeball it. Some of them I want to do, I want to use this right here also for some of these. I forgot. Use my pinking scissors. So I could put that like that.
Oh, Norma says, Bill, what set is the mail in the basket in? That's the Happy Mail. I'll put that up right quick.
Yeah, and that one actually, we actually turned this into
It's,
a digital as well. This is the Happy Mail stamp set, but I thought this was cute to kind of just send something um, with mail, sending a paper hug. So I like to mix and match my not use just one stamp set. You can use more than one if you choose. So I hope y'all are having a wonderful week, in spite of the challenges. I always keep our group in my prayers because I know that y'all are going through stuff, and we do have a prayer group, y'all, separate from the Mindless Crafting group on Facebook. We have a Mindless Crafting prayer group. So if you want to put a prayer in that group, you can.
okay, I just put the link to that Happy Mail stamp set. That is the photopolymer one, that link. There's a digital link also.
So just look at that. The edge, look how cute that looks.
Happy birthday to Bertha Bless Wilson's grandson,
goodness.
Nasir. He's 2 today.
Oh.
Happy birthday, Nasir. Oh, that's okay though. Rhonda Higgins says, these cards for Uvalde have been challenging for me. I've only gotten 5 completed. But that's all right. That's 5 more than...
Yeah, they're pretty challenging. I was not sure like which stamp set to use, and then I slept on it and I was like, you know what? Thinking of You would be nice too. I think we have Thinking of You on that what is it? The Sentiment stamp set has Thinking of You on it. And then I thought the mail would be cute. So I was just kind of thinking which one. And then I want to probably type out, since there's so many cards, type out a personal message, just to say like, you know, we're thinking about you and your community, you know, just something about community. I know the words will come to me when I sit down and start writing. But right now I don't have the words. I just want to get the cards started at least.
Well, it can be tough because when you start thinking thoughts and prayers, when you try to put pen to paper, you almost come up with a blank because you're like, well, what thoughts or prayers could I possibly offer in the face of such tragedy?
I could just say that,
imagine your child who's never had a chance to really even, only saw the barest glimmer of the beginning of life.
And this will be, some of these will be for the community too. So I'm just gonna speak from the heart. You know, I know the words will come once I sit down.
Okay, Brenda Baldwin. Brenda Baldwin just wants to make sure that the admin of the crafting group, apparently some hacker has her account. So if someone tries to contact her, it's not Brenda Baldwin.
Okay, gotcha.
Thank you, Brenda.
Okay, let's get this one.
You have to imagine the great things that a person could do who had the ability to hack all over the place.
They have nothing else
what
to
they
do.
could do instead of hacking.
I think I'm going to round the edges of this one. This one I'm going to round the edges on it. Why am I singing that song? Why did that song just come to me?
What?
You didn't hear the tune I just hummed?
No, I'm reading.
I got sunshine. So wait a minute. So you didn't hear the tune because you're reading?
Yes.
He didn't hear the tune. It's like turning down the volume when you're
No,
driving the
because
car.
okay, here's the thing. Even though as a Gemini, like that has something to do with it, I have the
Huh?
ability to
It's a
multitask
Gemini.
beyond anything you could imagine. When I'm reading something like, okay, I was looking at Relying on the Stars, she said, I was having a hard time choosing a sentiment as well.
Mm-hmm.
I have this stamp set, I love it, but I'm all of a sudden, 100% of my focus is going to Lying Under the Stars because I'm identifying with her so completely
I got you, babe.
that
got
it
it.
shuts off all of my other senses. You
I
know?
see.
Oh, hold up.
That song that came to me was I Got Sunshine on a Cloudy Day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's see. Just cutting these out, just because I don't want to like really spend a whole lot of time thinking about it, because then you get into that whole, I'm not sure. Someone is going to be blessed by your card. And in light of just to, letting someone know that you are thinking of them, with everything that's going on. See what y'all are saying.
Okay, well.
Hey, Flo, how are you?
While all of this is going on, I just want to say I just put out a Christmas in July sale. There's the link right there, but it'll take you right to the page that has everything. Everything on there is discounted at least 10%. Some items are discounted much deeper, but you'll have to go and check it out, see which ones. Christmas in July is right around the corner.
I know, I cannot believe it, okay?
Oh.
I can't believe it.
Crystal McCrean was talking about a therapist for some people who might be challenged, and she's asking what is the best way to give out the therapist info. Would that be a personal here it is. She says earlier, if anyone needs a good Christian-based therapist, I have one. She is experienced and phenomenal, and a couple of people responded. Would they do a direct Facebook? What's it called?
Not sure.
Direct.
If you have an
DM.
email,
A DM.
Crystal, if you have an email, they can send you, you can share the contact with them. Oh, that's Gooby.
Okay.
I think sharing the contact, her,
So she can put that right
maybe
in
the
here,
email
right?
information so that they can contact you. Just
that
another resource. Crystal is a wonderful resource of information.
Crystal is absolutely just beyond.
Gooby's over there barking or
without
something.
depth, okay?
You heard Gooby, right? Virtual visits,
Bottomless. The knowledge base.
So yeah, if Crystal can share her email and someone wants to reach out to her for the information, that'll be great.
Hi, Margie.
Did you close the door to the room, maybe? Maybe that's what Gooby's wanting to get in the room, maybe? I don't know.
She wants to get in Ariel's room.
Oh, okay.
And Ariel has the door closed. She's probably recording or doing something.
He's going to keep barking. Poor Gooby. He had to go back for his secondary checkup yesterday. And whenever we take him to the vet, or he knows he's going to the vet, he gets so nervous that he already sheds, but he gets so nervous that his hair just sheds even more, like, oh my goodness. And we had the air conditioner blowing. His hair was just all over the car. This is, dog, pet owner life. His hair was basically like coming out in clumps. And he's a hairy dog.
And his eyes were bloodshot red.
He was so nervous.
As if he hadn't slept for weeks, even though he sleeps 20 hours a day.
20 hours in a 24-hour period.
Literally,
right?
He sleeps for real.
He does. He's getting older, my Gooby. So he's got a heart murmur. He may have some allergies, which is, I took him there because he's been having this cough. So
I need
so many
his
things.
dog. I need the dog's doctor. Okay, they got the best care.
His vet is so good. His vet is so good. Let's go ahead and color some of these in.
Susan Lee says, "Pet owner life."
Pet owner life.
Biscuit is barking at
Hey, Gooby.
Yes. Biscuit. You know what? Rhonda Higgins says Gooby's bark is hilarious. He always sounds so ferocious with his little self. You know what?
He sounds ferocious.
He acts like it too, because I tell you what, if Strawberry comes in Gooby's vicinity, suddenly, in particular, since Gooby can't hear anymore,
it's his defense mechanism, isn't it?
He will bite Strawberry beyond, without any hesitation, with complete reckless abandon. Anywhere, in the face, whatever, it doesn't matter.
Has that stopped Strawberry from bothering him?
No, Strawberry don't care.
Strawberry just wants to show him love, and he's not having it.
Hi, Crystal. Donna sounded talking about, he sounds like me. My hair is falling out. I'm afraid I'm going to end up bald. I'll be like Gooby. Donna Satterley.
Donna, that's funny. He has little dog syndrome. Barks like crazy at everything bigger. Yes, and with his hearing gone, he's been diagnosed, because I thought that he had lost his hearing. And they were like, yeah, for sure, his hearing is completely gone.
Gaten says, Bill, I hope your doctor is not listening. Laugh out loud. I hope my doctor is.
And looking at you with the eyebrow raised.
I had an appointment today. Every time I get on the day of the appointment, she calls out, and I have to keep rescheduling. And that goes up at least a month and a half into the future. You get to that one, it happens again. I'm like, come on. Donna Sally says she's here. She never gets notifications anymore. What is going on with YouTube?
I'm not sure what's, some of you may have to just set your alarm for Thursday at 12 noon Eastern. You know what? I forgot to tell y'all, those books, the books that, is Jill Pounds on here? Those books that Jill Pound posted from Ollie's. Oh, there's the book right there. She just sent me another one. I forgot to tell y'all. So she sent this one, Life of the Party, Paper Crafting. So we had done a giveaway with some of the other ones. Looks like it's a paper crafting series kind of book, like different ones. She had sent me, the first one she sent me was the Faithful Paper Crafting. And when I saw this, I was like, ooh, let me go look for some so I could do a giveaway. But I didn't find that one. I found the other one. Well, I already mailed them out, huh? I found this other one. They have a bunch of different ones, y'all. Go ahead and let them in.
In the real room.
Just because she's going to hear the barking too, so. So yeah, these have taken off, and y'all have been going out to Ollie's looking for these books.
He does all this barking to open the door.
The floral one. There's a one called Floral Paper Crafting. So I'm gonna have to go back to Ollie's and go look again. I'm gonna have to go back to Ollie's. I saw these. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I saw these on Amazon. On Amazon, they raised the price slightly on some of them. And I don't know if that was I don't know the reason why. But they raised the price slightly. So they're like 19. I think some of them are 15. But at Ollie's, they're $3.99. Y'all. $3.99. So not every Ollie's has these particular ones, but they have ones that are similar to them. So I'm gonna have to. I'm definitely gonna have to go back again. We may have to do another giveaway because y'all have really been so. Y'all been posting those in the group, and there were such wonderful books. I know a lot of us craft for mental health, just to relax, right? And take away anxiety. So I think those would be great. It's like getting therapy in the mail, right? Therapeutic happy mail. So I just wanted to say that. And thank you to Jill Pounds for sending me both of those books, actually. Love them. So y'all are going to bum rush. Ollie's is probably wondering what on earth happened. All of a sudden, everyone's wanting to get these books. I mailed off my cards the other day, Tuesday. I sent a variety of sentiments. Oh, wonderful, Bertha. Thanks for doing that. So for such a good cause, you know? So I'm just having fun with these. Just something to brighten someone's day. And I'm not like really being picky about which colors I choose. I'm just choosing some colors and coloring them in. I really love the Happy Mail. This is from the Happy Mail stamp. But if you get the digital of this, you can make it larger. So now you have a larger little postal bag. You can resize everything that's on here. You can resize. You can make the envelope real big. And the envelope can be like most of your card. I think that would look cute. Let's see. I'm going to do some orange in here. And so I can take these now, like so if I use some of this and I said I want to just match that up a little bit, I can take my marker and just go right around here. Just outline. Looks like it's a cloud, right? How's that? Yeah, so Adonis, he was supposed to leave on Tuesday. So he's still here, y'all. He's still here. He is having such a good time with his cool grandparents. He thinks we're like the coolest. That he asked his dad if he could stay a couple more days. Let's see, Nancy. No Ollie's in Kentucky. Oh, such a great store. Polly, I'm not using I'm not using Copic markers, or Copic, as some people pronounce. Um, I'm just using the Adaxi markers. They are an alcohol marker too, so, but they get the job done. You're doing what needs to be done. So let's see. It's looking pretty good so far. So you see, I'm just going. Goobs, what do you want? He went outside already. Hmm. Sorry, y'all. Bill is actually checking on Adonis right now, seeing what he wants. He does have cool grandparents. Sounds like you're all having a good time. Oh my goodness. We went to, on Father's Day. Father's Day was hilarious. My husband was cussing because we did this virtual, if anyone saw, I did a Facebook Reels. And if anyone saw Bill on there, we were doing this virtual reality game, and I was just like, this is why grandparents should not do virtual reality games, because Bill looks so afraid. It's like these zombies are coming at you and you have to like shoot them. You know, like, yeah, it's just, it was crazy. It's almost like you're standing there and zombies are coming at you. And there's zombies that are like fireball zombies. I don't know how to describe it. So we went to this place called Andretti's, and we did the race cars and stuff like that. It was just so many different virtual reality games, but whew, my poor heart. When I saw those zombies coming, and Bill was just, he was cussing up a storm, y'all. Connie Teeter. Where do you live, Tracy? How much would shipping be? I must have missed something. Connie, I'm sorry. I'm not sure. These books are pretty heavy. They're pretty heavy. I'm not sure. We live in Austell, Georgia. And shipping will depend on where it's going to. Yeah. But yeah, we live in Austell, Georgia, and the next town over, Mableton, is where our Ollie's is. If that's what you're referring to. So you see how that's stamped out kind of light? All I do when I see that is I just go over it. That's why I love this. This Pigma Micron pen, I love it. Because anything that like I didn't stamp out correctly, I just use that to go over it. And it works out just fine. So if you do not have this little tool right here, I like the 08 because I like the thickness of it. The thickness is perfect. I do have the, I've tried the 05, I think it is, but it's too thin to me. So 08 works perfect. So if you do not have this, you need to go to our Mindless Crafting store and get one. We do have these in the store, but it's only the 08s. Bill must be downstairs making something for Adonis. It's lunchtime. Okay, Diana, thanks for coming on for a little bit. Appreciate that. So I'm not doing any fancy coloring. I think I'll just color all of this orange, right? Just kind of having fun, relaxing while I color. And don't worry, I did color outside the lines, y'all. Oops. Don't get the crafting police after me. And I'll have a date for our next Mindless Crafting at midnight. I just have to look over the calendar. Busy summer, y'all. But we want to do another Mindless Crafting at midnight. So stay tuned for the information about that. Oh, what did Rhonda do? I missed the comment. Someone said that is so very sweet of you. I saw some of you offering to send a book to others. What is the name of the floral crafting book? I think it's called Floral Paper Crafting. I think the exact name is Floral Paper Crafting. And those are the ones that went out in the giveaway, so I don't have one to show you. But I'm pretty sure it's called Floral Paper Crafting. Hey, Teresa Bartz, you made it to a live. Welcome. I'll probably just cut around it. You see that? Yeah. Maybe cut around it. Let's see what other colors I have here. We could throw some yellows up in there, huh? Let's get some of our yellow markers. Throw some yellow up in there. Let's see. Ah, there it is right here. There it is. Look. I never use this. Let's go ahead and use it right now. Colorless. This is the colorless blender. Let's see. Okay. See, there's the colorless blender. Ah, I lifted the color up on there, huh? There you go. Hello Angel Floral Paper Crafting Book. That's the name of the book. Thanks, Kathy. Hey, Carmina. Okay, so just adding some yellows in here, y'all. And I think the next one I'm going to make, I'm going to do a yellow one here. Let's brighten this up a little bit. So there's so many different variations that you can do on these.
Exactly. Cookie. Hold on. I'm back. I'm back.
He back and he got a snack for himself, y'all. That smells like peanut butter cookies, babe.
It is. Brenda Baldwin says,
Not even a thing of water.
715 miles to get a paper crafting book is a bit too much, even for me.
Huh? Oh, we were talking about the books.
I was missed.
You were missed, babe. We got quiet in the craft room. We were actually able to craft.
What? What are you trying to say?
There's no laughing in crafting.
Hi, Ada Yazi. Vella says, hello, everyone. I'm late as usual. Better late than never. Never. Always say, Orvella, you're not late. You're on God's schedule, okay? It means you're right on time.
God wants you to be on time, okay?
This is the time he wanted her to be here.
Well, there you go. Well, welcome, Orvella. These are so fun to color. See that? I'm going to throw some orange in there. Yeah. I'm going to put some orange in here. Are those the cookies that they baked last night, huh?
Yes.
Adonis and Ariel baked cookies last night.
I'm trying this tea that Chelsea gave us. I don't even know what the name of it is because it's written in Korean. It's like it looks like jelly, but it's tea. Diane Solomon says, Tracy, I'm always confused about the color blender. I thought it was used to blend the colors together. Was it a colorless blender?
This is a colorless blender.
You know, now that you mentioned it, I guess I am too. What do you do with it?
Well, I just did. I erased this right here. I went outside the line. I used a colorless blender to erase.
So the
I
colors.
don't normally use that though. I just use the markers themselves. You know.
So could we consider the colorless blender to be an eraser?
I think it does more than that. I'll have to look it up. Because I do not have the answer to everything. I really don't.
Well, here's the real question. Pam Smith says, I've been trying to buy a mystery box since January. Are they always sold out or do they get restocked and I keep missing them?
They do get restocked.
But they go, when they get in there, they go so fast.
Yeah, they do. They go really fast.
Karen Reed is asking me, does it taste like licorice? No, it kind of...
Which one is it? The ginger one?
It must be ginger because it has a slight ginger smell.
I think it's the big... Did you do the large one?
Yes.
Then that's the ginger one. There's another one that's more like a berry tea. But I remember when you thought that was like a spread for bread. Do you remember that?
I actually used it.
Oh, that's what happens when you talk. You need me to slap you in the back, dear? How's that?
Better that than slapping me in the front.
That's what happens when you talk and eat at the same time.
Polly Weinman says the colorless blender is not used to blend colors. It is only good for fixing mistakes. Let's see, Linda Huffman says
There
something.
are no mistakes in crafting.
Exactly. I'm trying to find you, Linda Huffman, somewhere up here. Priscilla Taylor says hello from Snellville.
Hey, Priscilla.
Bonnie Glover says my good news for the week. My L1C is down to 6.1.
Nice.
I came off the obesity chart for the first time in 30 years.
Oh my goodness, that's huge.
Bonnie Glover, congratulations, okay?
Bonnie Glover, you go. Keep up the good work.
Linda
Keep up the good work.
Chapital is asking me, will we be converting some of the Christmas stamp sets to digital? Let me look. I think some of them already are. Let me look. If I go to digital.
Some of them are, but not all of them.
Okay, I tell you what. Should I make them all, Trace? If the boss,
I like the way you put me on the spot like
if
that.
the boss says do it, then I'll work on it.
If you ask me on a live stream,
well, let us think about
it a little bit, okay?
Let us think about it.
Our schedule is very busy, and
but
that's a good idea.
It is. I see Santa's workshop. I'm looking right now to see what we actually have here. Excuse me. I see Santa's workshop. Oh, okay. Well, hey, it gives us something to work with. Let me write that down. And I'll see what I can do about that. I'm not promising anything, but...
No, I think you should go ahead. Since you said it, then go ahead. Okay? You put the ball in my court. So make the Christmas ones digital, and then we'll make an announcement that those are digital.
Look at the boss.
No, I mean, since you asked, you said, hey, boss. I didn't know I was the boss, but
look, women always the boss.
I'm going to tell him.
The men be thinking they
Then the boss says, go downstairs and make me a cup of tea. See what I'm saying, y'all? The boss. The boss has spoken.
Linda Huffman says, I get my new iPhone tomorrow so I can make a new video.
Oh, my goodness. Linda, I'm really loving mine. That looks so cute.
I will. I will make you some, boss. You want the same type?
Actually.
You want the same type I have?
No.
You're fired, okay.
Good. Less work for me. He fired me again, y'all. He fired me again. He fired me again.
Deb C is saying, I recently moved from obese to overweight myself. Not easy to do. Way to go.
Yeah, we've been doing smoothies a lot, too. We've been doing lots of smoothies and trying to get, just moving and stuff. I've been doing like a couple of total body workouts, working on my arms.
Oh, Polly.
Just trying to take it day by day, because you can say, okay, I don't see any results, but I assure you, you just keep going. Just keep going, okay? And sooner or later, you're going to see results.
Polly Wayman just asked a very interesting question. Polly says, how can he fire the boss?
Exactly. That's because he allows the husband part to fall into... That's because he allows everybody... He allows the husband part to spill over into the boss part, which I didn't know that I was the boss, to tell you the truth. I see myself as more of a partner, but I'm gonna But you notice now,
partner.
But you notice
I
now.
Like that.
Here's the thing. You notice now that the boss has asked for him to go get some tea, and he's still here talking, y'all. He's still here talking.
They're asking me questions.
Bill, all I have to say is,
honey,
when I come home from working,
give me some tea.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna go get
it. He just enjoys the live so much.
Look at Polly's husband trying to make me have to do something. Polly says, my husband just offered me a cup of tea. Okay, Mr. Wyman, you're putting me on the
Uh-huh.
spot, buddy, okay?
Uh-huh.
If Mr. Wyman can do it, let me go get my lovely, wonderful wife some tea.
Mr. Wyman does this normally, doesn't
Wait,
he?
this is probably the first time he did it since they've been married, okay? He's just trying to make me look bad, okay?
Look at Susan Lee. She said, oh, here's a good rule for marriages. A good marriage is not
Judy
to
R.
be it's 100.
Judy R. talking about, come on, Bill, get the tea. Polly talking about he works full time from home. Look at that. Karen Reese. Look at Steve trying to make me look bad, getting Karen some coffee. What?
Mr. Reed.
You're all trained out here, okay?
Mr. Reed. I guess I need to send him to the
You're all puppets.
Husband
like
University
me.
of Training, okay?
You're just like me. Let me go. Okay, let me go get it. All right. Let me go.
Because Steve just got his wife a cup of coffee.
Mr. Wyman got it. Let me go and do it.
Hello. Look, she doesn't have to ask. He just knows.
He's trained.
Look, he's still talking, going downstairs, y'all. Oh, my goodness. Hilarious, okay? Hilarious. Y'all, this is why I love my crafty family. What? Susan, he's downstairs right now. I'm gonna have to let him know. Susan's husband brings her coffee in bed every morning. Look, Tina, now you want tea. Oh my goodness. Hilarious. This is why I love our crafty family. We just don't know where the live is gonna go, okay? We just don't know. Y'all are too funny. Oh my goodness. I wouldn't trade him for the world, y'all. I wouldn't trade him for the world. He's down there singing now, talking about you're on the wake up to break up, or wake up to make up. He's downstairs now making it. Hilarious. The first 30 years were rough, but we got it sorted out now. 30? Look, we'll be up to our... Look, next week is our anniversary. Is it next week? Wait a minute. Yeah, next week, the 28th, June 28th is our anniversary. That'll be 16 years. Pam Smith, you know, my hubby would say he doesn't know how to make tea, then will bring me everything I need to make it. I love it. Norma, your husband leaves at 6 a.m. Oh, yeah. I'm usually the first one up in the house. It's just me. I usually get up anywhere from 4 o'clock sometimes to 6, somewhere in between that. I just can't sleep longer. Sleeping in for me would be 8 o'clock in the morning. That would be sleeping in. Oh, Pam, how wonderful. With 35 years and going strong. Awesome. Judy, your husband would say, get your own. I need a husband like that. Tea in bed. My husband is a very hard worker. He still works at 71. Oh, wow. We have been married for 46 years and he's not going to change. Pray on it. We will be married. Polly, you'll be married 43 years. Come August. That's goals, okay? Karen, Steve said he can't do what Susan Lee's husband does. He said, I would never get out of bed. LOL. That is hilarious. Yeah, out of the two of us, I have to say, like, just because of the way I am, I will make breakfast for Bill because he won't eat. Like he needs to eat to keep his levels up, his blood sugar and stuff stable. And he sometimes forgets to eat. He likes to do his piano early in the morning, his piano lessons, but he won't eat the way he needs to. And sometimes we do his readings. He has that little machine to keep his readings okay, so he doesn't drop too low. Like if he doesn't eat for a while. Um, but yeah, I'm the one that would normally make breakfast. Although he's making breakfast for Adonis, he made breakfast for Adonis and lunch. Hubby and I will be 13 years on the 28th. Oh, yeah, on June 28th, Taz. That's me and Bill's anniversary. June 28th, we'll be 16 years. We finally figured out how long how long we've been married. We couldn't figure it out, y'all. So we got married two years after we met. We got married. Karen Lee, he does make sure I have coffee within minutes of me sitting down on the couch. Look at you, Karen. Oh, Brenda, I got married in 86. He died in 2000. I'm still married to him. This would have been 36 years. Oh. Yeah, Bill and I actually met online. I know we've told y'all that before. As some of you may not know. You know, a lot of people are like, oh, it won't work if you meet someone online. We've been together, inseparable ever since. Wow, 58 years. Oh my goodness, Polly. You've known each other for 58 years. How awesome is that? Brenda, same as me. I got married in 84 and he passed in 2001. Oh, yeah. Pamela Scurry, yeah, 16 years is a blessing. I'm in the game for 28 this September. Awesome. I love hearing that. Vicki Jensen, my hubby died just short of our 23rd. Oh. Jill, really? Linda Huffman, I have only met crazy men online. I'm still hopeful. Well, guess what? Bill is crazy, and I met him online. And I've been hooked ever since. Jill Pounce, next month, John and I met 35 years ago. Oh. So now, Bill, I did try to scare him away, y'all. It just didn't work.
I only had eyes for you.
I tried to scare him away, didn't I?
It was impossible.
I said, I invited him to church. I figured.
I grew up in church. You really messed up when you did that.
I figured.
But you invited me to church. You just might as well say.
Thank you for my tea, darling.
So thanks, Steve.
Well, look,
Mr. Weinman.
Susan's husband brings her tea every morning.
What? Susan
in bed.
Oh, wait a minute. I was trying to add those new parameters to it. I bring it to you on the roof or something. Get on that roof and fix it. Well, here's some tea, okay?
Yes, okay.
I brought you some.
We've been talking about
sleep. You didn't see it, did you?
Now he did. Now Bill does. We haven't done it this week, but Adonis has been with us. But he does give me foot rubs
I do.
at night. It just
That's why my
relaxes.
hands are so mangled.
Just
Look at them. Ain't been the same since, okay?
Oh my goodness! You know what?
It's iron sharpeneth iron. You know the rest of the
My
story.
feet look cute. Okay, I went and got myself a pedicure. You need to be.
That's
in
what
there.
that was?
You see, y'all, this is why I can't even, Oh my goodness. No, I was telling them that we'll be married 16 years and we met online.
Yes, we did.
But we've known each other. We actually got married 2 years
After we met.
And Bill, we met face to face.
I was ready after 2 weeks, though. I just didn't say nothing.
Huh? You said what?
I knew after 2 weeks.
No, you actually used the love word.
You know, it came out involuntarily.
So you
I
didn't
was
mean
just
to use it?
No, I was just as surprised as you. It just rolled out on its own. As if to say, I can't help it if you don't want to say it, but I'm coming out.
Look, that scared me. He said I love you like after 3 days, 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, but we've been talking for months.
Yeah, but well, there you go.
Think about that. We met online and we had been chatting, all kind of stuff on for at least a couple months.
That's true.
Before I actually talked to you on the phone, and that went on for about another month.
Mm.
And finally, we met.
Y'all, I was about to run though, because I was like, And then
What?
I tried to scare you away by inviting you to church, and then he knew all the people at my church. He knew all the guys in the band. That's what it was. Right?
Yeah.
Then next thing I know, he's singing at the church. Y'all, he's singing a solo at the church. He not only did he come to church with me, he joined the men's choir. Oh my goodness, Kitty Mae Craft, you better go ahead and say it. I love that. Oh my goodness.
Bye, Bertha. Bye, Nasir. Happy birthday.
Did you see what Kitty Mae Craft said?
The Bible says that out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. You were already in love. Your mouth just spoke what was in your heart. That's it. That's it.
Ain't that something else? 18 years later.
Has it been that long? No, just kidding.
Exactly. And it's amazing, while we were dating, we would go into stuff like business seminars. Isn't that strange? You remember we were going to
Oh, yeah, we were going to all kind of
we were
stuff.
going to all kind of little things where they talked about
Anything that had to do with
business development,
next level.
business seminars, and we were dating. We weren't married
My
yet.
fault.
Bill, how many times you gonna leave us live? I think that's his doctor, y'all.
Hello. How you doing? Hey, let me do this. I'm on YouTube Live. I just want to call and let you know that I'm gonna call you.
How dare he? Rhonda Higgins. The Bible also says, "He that findeth a wife findeth a good thing." Bill found his good thing in Miss Tracey He sure did.
I found what?
18 years ago. 18 years.
I actually was mad. I was thinking, man, I should have met her 18 years before that.
Well, 18 years. You couldn't handle me. 18 years.
I was ready. You would save me a lot of trouble.
Bill, we're destined to meet at the right time. The timing was right. You know what I'm saying? What kind of tea is this anyway, babe?
I could tell you, but then I'd have to kill you. Well, try it first, and then we'll see. How do you like it?
I love it.
It's orange.
It does have an orange taste to it. Look, Tina said she had to go make herself a cup of coffee.
Sarah Johnson, you may laugh. I bet you Matthew ain't laughing. He understands. Matthew would probably go, yeah, right, Sarah.
He
Matthew had the right idea. He caught her her parents let her stick her head out the door. He grabbed her by the neck and just snatched her and said, "You mine. Come here."
No, Bill, no. But I'm saying the timing has to be right. You have to be in a certain...
That's true.
A different headspace. Also, Bill.
Sometimes you have to go through a little bit of the...
And you have to go through some stuff. I had to go through my first man. I was married... Before that, I was married for 10 years. You know?
And all the people in between all that. Before and in between.
What do you mean, all the people?
Look.
Oh, what people? Okay.
There's always someone hanging around waiting, hoping, praying that the person you're with makes one misstep.
Well, that too, but
so they can jump right up in there.
Wow, Tina, she said my husband asked me a month after we met.
But
we didn't get married until a year and a half later.
My type of guy.
Ain't that
Tina,
something
that's
else?
exactly it. See, I like your husband, Tina. See, he knew his thing is like, no need for me to pretend with this thing. I know right now. I know.
But we have to know too.
That's true, Brenda Baldwin. She says, Bill, you both had to go through all the things in life before you met that turned you both into the people you were when you met in order for you to be a match. Now, that is actually true.
Yes.
And I do believe that.
Yes.
Although sometimes I wish I could have gone back earlier. I believe that who Tracey is so powerful that if I had met her like coming right out of high school or in college, it still would have worked out. There was enough commonality in there to fit the grooves.
Bill, look, Sharon said, Bill, you sound so young.
Thank you, Sharon. That's probably because it's true. You know what, though, Sharon? I was listening to myself on a tape the other day, and I sounded so old to myself. I was like, well, you know, I said, oh, my God. Matter of fact, you know when it was? It was on the video when Tracey surprised me with the Apple Watch. When I listened to myself talk, I sounded old. I was like, oh, my God.
You sound old, babe. Y'all, I had to lie to him to get him to go to T-Mobile with me on Father's Day. I had to lie to him. I'm sorry I lied to you, babe.
It wasn't just Father's Day. It could have been any day. You just the thought of having to go and do something.
Yeah, but to get you in
oh yeah, that's true.
T-Mobile on a Sunday, which
true.
was Father's Day, that we already had some stuff
I'm actually off
planned out to do.
That's true.
So I had to come up with this story that the phone was lost, right? The business phone was lost, and we had to cancel the line, or not cancel the line, but we had to get another phone. Yeah. Right,
because it was probably stolen.
That was the only way to get him.
And I was like, oh no, I got to cancel this. I got to go now. Let's go. Hold on, Sarah Ann Johnson asking, do I like the watch? Okay, here it is. Right here. I love it. Now, here's the thing. At first, I couldn't make it do nothing. And I said, hey, I got one. How do you make it do something?
Hey, YouTube,
so I watched
YouTube University.
Right, I went to YouTube. But the bottom line is, as long as you push this side button right here on the side, and all the stuff comes up, just just go to one of those, click on it, and just kind of do whatever it says to do. You know.
So he had already started going into it with the saleswoman there, like, we lost the phone, we need to cancel the line or get a new phone, whatever. And so I was like, that's not why we're here. And he was like, what?
I said, we're not.
I lied. The sheer surprise on my husband's face.
It was pretty.
Yeah.
So Sharon Tomko says, Apple Watch about 2 years ago. I still haven't figured it out. Sharon, just type in whatever the watch is called in the YouTube, and I guarantee you there's somebody on there who how to use a Apple Watch, whatever. Mine was called a Series 7 or something, so I put that in there. Now, everybody won't speak to your level of understanding, so I skip those people till I can find me somebody that, you know, that makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Create 7 says, how do we join the prayer group? Just go to Mindless Crafting Prayer Group, that's the name of it, on Facebook, and you'll be able to join there. I typed that in a thing.
I usually put the link also in there. I'm going to start cutting some of these out. Be coloring the rest later.
Now, I would have been back sooner, but my grandson, he likes those Jimmy Dean sausage and egg biscuit things, right?
I told him why.
Hold up, I had to make him another one.
Oh, he loved it that. He has a nice little appetite on him.
Oh my God,
which is good. That's good though.
In this bottomless pit.
He's a growing boy. You remember how your appetite was when you was a kid?
I do remember.
Boys, I heard, got some appetites on them.
Okay, there it is. It's the Mindless Crafting Prayer Group on Facebook.
Look how cute that is. Oh my goodness. Is that not adorable?
You know what, Sharon? You're never going to find that. She says, I think I look for someone to measure up to my husband. That's never going to happen. If you try to do that, you might as well just dig in, okay?
He is who he is, you know. He's...
Because if the person
awesome,
is your husband or wife,
that's tough.
No one's going to measure up to that. You have to literally be in a state of acceptance for who it is that is ordained to come into your life in that moment in space and time. It may be the complete opposite of who your husband was. Because now who you are as a person has changed. Your needs have changed. Your grooves are no longer slots. They're ovals, you know.
But how wonderful to have someone that measures up, that was just so wonderful, you know.
All right, Crystal McQueen. Crystal's telling people she's going to post that therapist information in the prayer group.
Okay, Mindless Crafting Prayer Group. Thank you.
Someone needs that. That's a good one, Crystal.
Thank you so much.
Maya Angelou said it best. What did she say, Crystal? Lay it on us. Look at Robin's Nest of Crafts.
Hey, Robin.
I think, remember, Robin first came, I thought it was Robin's Nostafris. Nostafris.
I told him we're going to come up with another date for Mindless Crafting at midnight.
Certainly.
I'll be announcing that soon so everyone can kind of...
Get yourself ready mentally.
Get yourself ready.
Yes, Crystal. Crystal says, when a person tells you who they are, believe them.
Yep.
You're not lying.
People get ready. What's that song? I remember that song.
Oftentimes people tell you who they are with their actions.
They don't have to.
And you listen to their words and think, and then you're confused. But I thought, but they showed you all along. Doesn't matter what they said. Right, Tina? Tina's price up says exactly. Actions speak louder than words. Vicky Jessica says this will probably be a long video since Tracy's just now cutting out her embellishments.
No, it's not actually.
Oh. Vicky said we're gonna see.
We got to go down to Atlanta. These are so cute. See how quickly you can cut these out?
Emmy Wall says, hello, Bill and all the Mindless Crafters. Summer very cold and wet Cape Town in South Africa.
Oh. Welcome. All the way from South Africa.
Neil Sampson says, those of you who have had good spouses are so fortunate. That did not happen to me. After 30 years, I exited that marriage. But you know what? It may have taken you a little longer than you may have one of y'all may have overstayed your welcome. But the beauty of it is that you have an opportunity now. And you have a pretty good idea of what it is that you do want. You know? So just be willing to receive that. A lot of people don't feel they're worthy to receive a good mate like that. But you are.
Yes, you are.
You are. There's a man out there or a woman who has everything that they could possibly want or need in their life except for you. They got everything except for you. That's all I'm saying.
And I wasn't planning on getting married again, to tell you the truth.
I wasn't either, actually.
It was just not in the plan for me. And I think for a woman to say that, it's kind of it's kind of different, you know, because people feel like women want to rush into marriage and stuff like that. I just wasn't that type of woman. I didn't want to like rush in to get married. Oh, let me hurry up and get married. Nope. I was actually happy doing, you know, stuff because I had my 2 daughters, so I was a single mom, and I was happy just doing stuff with my kids, raising my kids. That was my mission, and making sure that they were okay, because it's tough when kids go through a divorce. It's tough on the kids too, you know? And I had everything that I needed, but I didn't have Bill. And I knew in my heart, when I got to a certain point, you know, where I was further out of my divorce, like years later, I just asked God. I just left it in God's hands and asked him. I asked God to send me someone. You know, I felt like that was the missing piece in my life. And I asked God, I prayed on it and asked God to send me someone, and I just left it in God's hands. And guess what I told? I also told God, let him be tall and let him have a mustache with a goatee, and let him be bald. That was the other thing. I was asking specifics, okay?
I'm not going to tell you how to run
let
this
him,
business, but...
and let him be smart, like, you know, and love to read. That was these were my parameters, okay?
Lord, you know I'm a librarian.
Yes.
Please don't send me someone who can't stand books.
Just wanted someone to just, you know. I wanted you, babe. That's what I wanted. And that's what I
And then came you.
Mm-hmm.
Cindy W. says, I'm crafting long distance with my daughter over the phone.
Oh, how sweet.
I don't think we did much of that when the kids were small.
Oh, we did a lot of crafting.
But you know what? That just goes to show you. Okay, I'm six. How old am I? 63? 62? 63?
You're 63, babe.
Okay, I'm 63. And in my mind, I keep thinking 62. That's why I have to make sure. But in all honesty, I kind of think like a big kid. if that makes sense.
Well, you have a youthful heart, you know?
Right. Right.
Mr. Sandman, send me a dream. Yeah, it was like a feeling that I got. Me and my kids have been traveling. Me and the girls have been doing so much stuff. They were in the activities. Everything was balanced out good. I transitioned to a different job that will give me different hours so that I can still be at their school activities. So I really adjusted a lot of things to make things feel okay for them. Because divorce was hard, and to make them transition into, that it's tough for kids. So I wanted to make sure, and their school gave me a lot of the support, all of the support, like the school resources that were available for kids that were going through stuff, which I thought was excellent. Um, yeah, so they made the transition. I think they have grown into really well-adjusted adults. I really do.
Karen Reed says, Tracy, I know exactly what you mean. I wasn't looking for Steve when I first met him.
Mm-hmm.
Conditions weren't perfect. I wasn't even divorced yet. I wasn't looking for a man. I had 2 small daughters. And I'll add this part. Steve walked over to her and said,
I do.
would you like a cup of tea?
That's all Sarah's.
In bed?
What's Sarah say?
Sarah said, I wasn't looking to get married, but my former pastor asked me and Matthew, when are we getting married? And we were like, we're not getting married. And 40 years later, here we are.
Oh, my goodness.
Now, that's not why he's your former pastor, is it? Just kidding. Just kidding. Anel says, wait a minute. She says, once I got my children through college, I was done. By the way, he is still trying to get me back. Ain't happening, because now he know.
Who is? Oh.
Remember she was married for 30 years?
Oh, yes.
But here's the thing. You know what? Imagine 29 years ago when you knew, you said, okay, that's it, Mr. Sampson, we're done. It's quite possible he might have came to his senses and said, you know what? I do not want to lose this woman. Let me get myself right.
And she said no.
Well, there you go. Still. Hi, Glaney39. Glaney says.
Glaney?
Did I say it wrong?
I don't know.
It sounded wrong, didn't it?
Glane? We don't know.
She says, found you last night. Watch your shirt card tutorial.
Welcome.
You and your hubby, I had to put that emphasis on that part, are great.
Oh.
She's in Tennessee. Look at Rachel Burkett says this is her first time. Thank you, Rachel. Rachel said I did a good job.
There you go.
Well, this is a good one. Maria Sita from Chicago says, I just celebrated 1 year marriage. I was also very specific about the qualities I wanted in a man, wrote them out and placed them inside my Bible and prayed for years.
Wrote them out.
Look at that right there. But you know what though? Seriously, from a male perspective, let me tell y'all something. Okay. Sometimes you can see a woman, and a man knows when a woman has certain qualities. Like there are women, from a male perspective, there are women that you simply just won't say certain things to that you will say to another woman. I mean, you will say the craziest stuff to a woman that really, in all honesty, could be disrespectful, everything. But then there are other women, there's something about the way they carry themselves or whatever that makes you understand intuitively, I cannot say this to this woman. Or act a certain way.
I told you at the beginning of our relationship, remember I said, I don't do drama. Like, and I was like...
Well, I didn't either.
Adamant about it. Like, I do not do drama.
But here's the thing. If I had not met Tracey online, chances are I would not have met her because she has the kind of face that looks like she doesn't play. And it's something about, even in her response...
You said my face.
It does. You and Ariel both got that same face. That looks like. I better leave her alone.
It's called the man keep away face. Okay.
It's called I better watch my step face. Okay?
Oh my goodness.
Right. So meeting her online gave both of us a chance to really kind of see the inside. You know what I mean? So really meeting Tracey in person was kind of like after the fact of the matter, you know, because I was through. I was finished before I physically met her. I was done, okay? I was floored. So that's all I'm saying.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
That's it in a nutshell, basically.
That's it.
I wanted someone that I could build with. I didn't know what I wanted to build, but I knew I wanted to build a wonderful life. We have had our challenges. I think one of the biggest challenges for us was not like relationship-wise. It was more like going through the stuff that we went through with Ariel being sick. And people could say, oh, Bill's a great stepdad. But, I mean, when I say Bill stepped up and went through that whole ordeal of being in and out of the hospital, and, I mean, it was just mentally, emotionally, and physically grueling on us for years, having a child so sick. And Bill just there every step of the way.
But you still got another one that's not sick.
Right, you got another one. He stayed with Chelsea, made sure Chelsea had everything she needed while I was in the hospital with Ariel, trying to, get her healthy again. And you could not ask for a partner. So sometimes, sometimes when you're going through stuff, you have one partner that can only give 10% here, and the other partner just makes sure they throw in the other 90%, And so I'm so thankful for that. When I think about moments, throughout our marriage that just really were like the toughest, is having a sick child and having the so-called stepdad, which he played the role of dad. It wasn't stepdad. I mean, he stepped up and just got us through a time that was just everything, just like if everything was going to fall apart.
For me, it was like
everything else around us fell apart, but for us, we were like, it just sealed, it was like solidified, it was like, I am here. I'm not going anywhere. I'm in it.
It was like having two people in the hospital, because for my end, Tracey was not leaving that hospital with Ariel in the hospital.
I wasn't.
So if Ariel was in the hospital for 3 or 4 months straight, Tracey's in the hospital
over a period of years,
straight,
right?
Okay?
Yeah.
That's just how it was. So, yeah.
Yes.
That's deep, Rhonda. Rhonda says, I treat myself the way I want my husband to. I'm good to me. I nurture and protect me.
Yes.
I look good for me. I honor God in my words and actions.
Look at you, girl. You know what? Y'all dropping some gems. That's why I love having like life talks with y'all, because we don't have it all figured out. And so I want to hear from others how are you making it through life? How are you coping? What do you do to cope? I mean, yeah, we're crafting, but there's a sense of like being able to talk with friends also. So when people say, oh my goodness, y'all Thursday lives are therapeutic, what I'm getting from y'all right now is just amazing. Is Ariel okay?
Oh, yes.
If you saw Ariel, you would be like, girlfriend Ari is not playing, okay? She has, once she got out that hospital, she just went to work, just execute. Her work ethic. She's a social media influencer in the beauty and hair industry. and she also does a lot of promotion for other companies. But when I tell you, that girl right there, just a warrior. If you were to look at her, you would never think that she
Oh, not at all.
has had any physical challenges, and she's just so well adjusted, and her mental space is just so different from so many people her age. She'll be 25 years old next month, and she just wakes up happy. Her whole demeanor is just so wonderful, and she's great with kids, and just has that thing about her. I don't know how to, I know she's my child, but she just has that thing, you know? Yes, marriage is a partnership committed through it all, come what may. Again, love your story. Thank you. And we share the story because, people say, "Oh, you tell so much about yourself." I'm telling my testimony, okay, of how I met my husband, you know? So let me tell my testimony. Which is what we're supposed to do, because it's through other people's testimonies that it gets us through life and say, "Oh, there's hope for me," you know? There's hope for me. And so that's one of the other things that I love about our crafty lives, is that we learn from each other. When y'all say, "Hey, I've been married this amount of time," I love that, because it gives me hope that me and Bill will be together for an eternity, right, babe?
Exactly.
Look, he we overcome through the words of our testimony. That's exactly what I was trying to say.
That's it. I think what happens...
The way we met just seemed so different, though. It was just so different from anything I ever imagined,
Right, but you have to be in a state of acceptance.
Because
without question.
Yeah, I would have never thought that, you see that? Simple. I would have never thought that that I would have met someone online, and I didn't even sign myself up for the online account. One of my friends did, and I was like, ugh. All I could think is I'm going to meet some serial killer.
Aha! Rachel Burkett says, "Can I ask what stamp you're using?"
I'm actually using 2 stamps. I'm just kind of placing them on here because I know before I think of how I want to mass produce these. I'm using Paper Hugs and the Happy Mail stamp set.
Hold up, I'll put that up.
These are the 2 I'm using.
I'll put them up.
I love the way this looks, though.
Okay.
And
now that
I'm thinking about it, I want to do something else with this too. Let's see. So this is how I usually do mine. I just kind of go about and then start to cut everything out, and but I just wanted to give you all an idea in case you were doing the Uvalde card drive. This is what I'm doing for mine. And y'all may have some other ideas of how you're going to do your cards. But I thought this would be super cute to do it like this. And I'm going to stamp out a couple of these letters also on here too.
And I just put the other one in. Oh man, I forgot to put the name.
These little envelopes are so cute. So I'm going to cut out a couple of those too. Those little envelopes. Sorry, I'm not looking at your comments. I don't want to miss anything because y'all are giving some good...
Okay, there it is.
Y'all are giving some good stuff out there, some good advice and good testimonies, and just trying to get in your headspace and see, you know, just see where y'all are at, you know?
Right. If you, Beanie Freak is talking about how I guess she met her mate on AOL Catholic Singles chat room 21 years ago.
Oh,
Here's the thing:
wow.
if you keep having these problems because you're meeting the people in your life in the same areas, the same places, you may need to try something different.
We just happened to be a town away. Yeah, I didn't realize, you know, everything just lined up according to the way it was. And I can't even imagine going through life and never meeting someone like Bill. Like, you know, he's just a great person. Imagine going through life never knowing that this person existed. Like,
And that
and I've
person,
noticed that here's the other thing is that I've been in such a creative space since I met Bill. Like we've been able, the amount of stuff, I've never created so much than when I met Bill. I've always created. I always tried to be really good or try to be exceptional at what I did, whether it was as a librarian, whether it was like a program, coordinating programs and things like that. I always tried to be whatever that next level was. And so to have someone who now pushes you to be even more than what you thought you could be, you know, we've been able to create the YouTube channels. I've been able to write a book. We wrote music together. Like all of these things, we built the business together. It's just been an absolute amazing journey.
Orvella is asking, what size are you cutting those?
Oh, let me see. I was trying to measure them out. This is 3.5 by 4 3/4.
Okay. Now,
3.5 by 4 3/4.
Narana Higgins says, Tracy, a few years ago you made some 3D flowers. Did you use the Beauty and Everything stamp to stamp out those flowers? Now that was on a stamp set.
Beauty and Everything stamp set has that other flower.
Let me
This
go look.
one's Spring Blossom. I know what you're talking about. That was the Spring Blossom stamp set.
Right, it was.
Yes.
Do we still have that? Or is that discontinued?
We have the Spring Blossom because of those 3D flowers. We still carry the that's one of our more popular ones. That is the
It's hard to get rid of that one.
huh? Was that spring? Yeah. It's the Spring Blossom one. Yep.
Okay, I'll put that in there.
That's
just
the
in
one.
case.
Yeah, and conversations like these let you know that you're not alone, you know. Have we had hard times? Yes. Do we still keep going? Yes. Through it all. You know?
Oh.
What's the name of your book? Where's My Sneaker? It's a children's book called Where's My Sneaker? And it's actually in the store. Where's My Sneaker?
I'll put that in there too. Okay, hold up.
Let's see, where are y'all at? Let's see, I'm seeing what y'all, I'm kind of trying to look up here
All
and
right,
see
I
what
just
y'all
put that in
saying.
there.
3.5, right? I said 3.5, didn't I?
Yes.
3.5.
Robin's Nestercraft says, I asked God for someone to love me as much as I would love them, and he sent my husband, who was with me for 36 years before he passed. Incredible.
Absolutely incredible.
Gaytan says, Tracy, I was asking how your mom is doing, and is she still crocheting? That's like saying she's still breathing.
She's doing good. She has her rose bushes planted now. So she's absolutely just through the roof happy. She wanted 2 rose bushes. She uses the same landscaper that we use. So we actually communicate with the landscaper, tell him what we want, and he just goes ahead and does it. So her yard looks like pure perfection right now. So he planted her rose bushes, 2 rose bushes. She wanted pink rose bushes, so me and Bill went to we got a Home
Home
Depot.
Depot.
Yeah, and got her some rose bushes. You know, it's like the simplest things.
Almost said
The,
Food
the
Depot.
the little things that make mom happy. So if mom wants rose bushes, then by God, we better get some pink rose bushes. Okay. Get mom what she needs. Okay, so
Brenda, I'm glad you clarified that. Brenda Bowen was talking about parks, et cetera. And she goes, she's in the parks figuring out how to fix my toads. After the washout flooding, I see toads. And then she says, laugh out loud, roads, not toads.
okay, yeah, because that one word can make a big difference, can it?
I said, what are you, an animal doctor or something?
Oh, Tracy, I'm so glad. You know what? If you don't go through adversity, we would love a life that's just, you know what? Your life journey, the obstacles and all the things that you go through in life is what shapes you into the person that you are today. There's still chapters that need to be written about your life. And so those things may shape you, but don't ever let it stop you from being the person that God wants you to be. Okay, so you have challenges. You may have had challenges growing up. I've been there. But when I look back on my life and I see some of those challenges, I thank God for the journey, for being able to pull me through it so that I can be here today, able to share that journey with you. Because it may be through my testimony, the one thing that keeps you going. There might be somebody on here right now that's suicidal, that said, I needed to hear this, because if God can pull Tracey out of a dark situation, then he can do the same for me. And yes, he can. So I just needed to just put that in there, because we may laugh and joke around and stuff a lot, but we've been through some stuff. And it's okay to go through stuff because it's what shapes you. So when things happen, you still have the ability, and the power lies within you to love more, to be a kinder person. You have the ability to help. I'm trying to think of the words. I'm finding the words, y'all, because this is so it's unrehearsed, so it's like me just speaking to you from the heart, but I want to get it right. When you go through stuff, you still have the power and ability to control how you react to it. And that's a powerful thing, being able to control how you react to it. So when I share my story, some people are like, well, you're such a positive person. You're such an inspiring person, because I know how it feels to be knocked down. So if I was the person that was knocked down years ago, I want to be able to inspire people to get up, right? I can be say, okay, I'm a victim of this, I'm a victim of that. But I want to be the person to get up and be able to inspire others and say, you know what? Let's go ahead. We got more living to do. So I'm not going to allow whatever happened to me in my past continue to control me. I'm going to get up and I'm going to live life to the fullest.
But
Even with the few things that I have, I can still give.
But with that being said, I will say that being with Tracey, it was the first time in my life that it was a conscious decision to no longer pretend. I said, I just can't do it anymore. I can't pretend anymore. In fact, I refuse to pretend anymore to be anything other than this, what I am right now, today, at this moment, you know. And I think that made a big difference also, because when you're young, you want to pretend to be something else, this imaginary image that you'll never be able to live up to, and the other person's doing the same thing. And
Right.
then you wonder why your union is not, it's not, it's not making it, it's not being successful. It's because you're not there. You're not there. You're sending this illusionary representative, and you're not there.
Right.
The illusion is there.
And I liked your honesty about that. You didn't feel like you were in a perfect space,
Right.
and neither did I.
I'm not pretending anymore.
And neither was I. But I saw things in him that he may not have seen in himself. And that was the thing. I knew he had gone through stuff.
Right. And I'm not pretending.
But he had those other qualities that I was asking God for. You know? And so sometimes we want this pure perfection of a person. And that's not. I need somebody who's been through some stuff, that knows about life. You know? That's what I needed. But was also a kind and giving and inspiring person. And that was Bill in a nutshell.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome, darling.
Tony Lenny says, I sent 50 cards and envelopes to Betty Penny a couple of weeks ago. She displays them on her website. So glad she's collecting them.
Me too. See, so look at this one. I can put the sentiment like that.
Oh, Cheryl says, did we get her address for the giveaway? We did.
Yes, we got yours, Cheryl. Yep. Yep.
You're right, Carmina. Carmina says, yes, don't allow your past to dictate your future.
That's exactly what I was trying to say.
Just remember, God is in charge, so give it to him.
That's exactly what I was trying to say in a nutshell. Yep. And I know there's somebody on here that needs to hear it. That needs to hear our walk through life.
And Gemini Mom said that.
Yes. Y'all over here dropping some gems. Okay?
Yeah, there was Gemini Mom there. Gemini Mom says, always miss the lives, but I just so happened to join at the right time. God is using you right now to pass a message along. I receive it.
God will show up in some places that we don't even know, y'all. We don't even know where the message is going to come from or where it's going to come from.
And that's why you have to be honest and real. You may speak to someone today that it may be the first time you ever seen them in your life. And they ask you something and you can't just fluff over your response. Just go ahead, let the real you come out.
Let your light shine. Yep.
Say what it is, if even it's nothing more than a smile. When before you would have just kept going and acting like you were invisible or something. But that person might have been going through something, and the only thing that could help him to make it through this next moment was that just fraction of a second smile that you kind of beamed over at him. Seriously.
Yep.
It helped him just long enough until the next person was sent to throw another smile.
Exactly.
You know, until something else bigger comes along, until they can pull it together.
These are starting to look super cute. And I'm here talking to y'all and just not thinking about the colors and the such and such, and this has to look this way. I'm just putting the cards together for our families in Uvalde, you know. I don't know who's going to get the card, but I just know I want to brighten someone's day, and I want to be on this campaign with the card drive for Uvalde. So just make it, just as a reminder, y'all make sure you go to Bitty Penny's YouTube channel and show her some love, because I think this is just wonderful what she's doing. And I'm just glad to be a part of it. Oh, y'all are hitting the like button. Y'all are just something else. We can only be who we are, and each of us has our own journey. And I love hearing people's journeys. I don't want to hear the perfect picture. I don't want to hear like the perfect. I like the stories of people who went through some stuff, but they made it through, you know? And sometimes they went through some stuff and they're still going through it.
Jasmine Kionis says, I went home to take care of my dearest mother till she passed almost 2 years ago. Now I take care of my awesome dad full time. I wouldn't change my past for anything.
Mm-hmm.
I know that God wanted me in here today.
Puts you in a place, right?
Thank
He puts
you.
you where you need to be at the right moment. And I'm so thankful that I was able to kind of see like what really mattered when Ariel went into the hospital. That was a huge transition for me, was when my daughter was sick like that, and I saw what God did to pull us through it. And so I have to share. Y'all may have seen me talk about this a couple of times about our journey with Ariel and losing our home and being homeless for a little bit. But someone else needs to hear that. So I know what that feels like. I know what that feels like because I've been homeless two times in my lifetime. And I know how that feels. And so maybe I needed to know how it felt so that when I see others that are struggling, I'm more empathetic towards their struggle.
There's so many good comments. I don't know where to start.
I know. I bet there are. I'm so
let me
tempted
just read
to
about
look.
4 of them right quick. Okay, Brenda Baldwin says, I'm just a little tired. This lie came at the right time to give my working brain a peaceful break.
Yes.
Susan Lee says, oh, I get it. Set the mind and the doubt aside and let heart and faith lead the way. Rhonda Higgins says,
get out of your own way. We're in our own way. We're so caught in our headspace that we don't get out the way and let go and let God.
Rhonda Higgins says, so many times we exist in our past misery instead of walking through the open door of life in the present. God wants us to heal and grow. Stagnation does not benefit us.
Yeah.
Gemini Mom says, definitely going to show my husband this video lately. He's having a rough day and I know he needs to hear this. Thank you, Maria.
Man, y'all are giving me chills. I'm telling you, y'all are giving me chills. If this crafty family is not the best family, I just have to say hands down, I'm just so glad that y'all are with us. I'm so glad that y'all are with us.
Maria says, I just purchased a children's book and a stamp set.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Maria, that children's book is phenomenal.
And you know what? And I wrote it while being in and out of the hospital with Ariel. So you take an ugly situation. When I tell you my baby had so many different things that were so awful, just the pain management alone for her, and the tubes and the tests and the removing her large intestine, the entire thing. When I tell you how awesome God is, and how when I let go and let God take care of it, I had to move out of my own way. I was the one who wanted to control everything. I only wanted to show the perfect parts of my life, right? But in that hospital, I learned that when God pulls me through this, I need to share my testimony. I need to tell people. There's people that need to hear this. Because your testimony could be saving a life.
In fact, your testimony will save a life.
Yep. And so if it took me going through that and seeing my child in such a dark place, but still taking that darkness and writing a children's book, creating a YouTube channel, creating a business, coming out of the workforce altogether and focusing on getting my kid better for the next, I think it was 6 years. It was a 6-year span where she was really sick. And her mission was, Mom, I just want to go to college. She's in the 7th grade saying, Mom, I want to go to college and I want to go to Georgia State and I want to graduate in 4 years. So she still had goals as a 7th grader when she first started getting sick. And I said, let's go ahead and do this. Let's do it. And so just trying to coach my daughter through this whole sickness and making sure that she stayed in a positive headspace, because boy, when I tell you, girlfriend Ari, who's my daughter Ariel, when I tell you she just went through some stuff, and still she shines so bright. It's like blinding, okay? She shines so bright. We spent so much time at the Children's Hospital in Atlanta, Scottish Rites in Atlanta. And wait a minute now, Bill. It's amazing because she spent so much time there. We knew like all the staff, like the 4th floor wing. We spent time in the, they have like this center where the kids can come and they can do different activities. So we were like so familiar. Even the child life coordinator who was there at the time, we still keep in touch with her. When I tell you, Ariel gets in college, right? And there's this internship opportunity. And she's like, Mom, there's an internship opportunity at the Children's Hospital. This is years later, right? She's past the whole hospital thing. She's going to get her internship.
Ryan Seacrest or something?
Ryan Seacrest went and built, he built these like radio show / podcast in the hospital where kids can tune in and they can, from their room, and they can hear like they can hear like different people coming on and talking about stuff. And so Ariel was filling out her application and she said, Mom, Ryan Seacrest is building these children's, like, it's like a gaming area / all the techie type things in the hospital. And Ariel's like, I want to go and intern there. And I said, Ariel, you would be the best qualified. I said, because you know what it's like when you're sick, when you're going through stuff as a kid. You were in that headspace, so you know what kids would like to hear. So she would actually, and guess what her major was in? Journalism. So it made sense that Ariel will be the one that would be chosen to intern at this children's center in the Children's Hospital. So I said, when you go into your interview, you tell them your testimony, tell them what you went through. What a better fit than someone who's been there before. And guess what? That ended up being her internship for her senior year.
Ariel was such a mainstay in that hospital that for years she was on the banner of the Children's Healthcare of Atlanta website. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
I was like,
actually, one of our friends told us. They were like, "Did you know that Ariel?" She actually told us.
Her face is on the banner at the top. I was like, what?
I was like, oh my goodness.
Sarah Johnson, Tracy says, Tracy, Matthew and I have lost it all, but through it all we stayed together and have rebuilt.
Yes.
And now we don't have a problem sharing what God has blessed with us.
Yes. You stay the course and you rebuild. Because we put limits on ourselves. But God's blessings are limitless. So if you can get out, and it's hard sometimes because you can be in that headspace where you're thinking about it. Oh, Lord, how am I going to get through this? Leave it, let go, and let God.
Years ago when Glennae says, she said her name earlier, I'm sorry, I forgot, but she says, just remember, like the song says, if you're going through hell, keep on going. Don't slow down if you're scared. Don't show it. You might get out before the devil even knows you're there. Like, all this hell I'm going through, the devil got to know I'm here. Now, you think you're going through it. You better get out before he know. Oh, Tracy T says, Tracy, Bill, you helped me through a rough time I was having a year and a half ago. I appreciate you both. Thank you so much for being who you are. I honestly feel connected to you as friends. And the same year.
You know what? And we always say that. I mean, and it's true. Like, y'all are like the most wonderful friends that I've never met.
Kathleen Stanley says, okay, I'm running out of Kleenex. Kath.
Somebody need to hear this, and I know many of you needed it. I know many of you have heard our testimony before, but I'm not afraid to share it again and again. If it's going to save somebody, I don't mind sharing it again and again. You know?
Because that's the part of you that wants to be perfect in front of people.
Actually, our channel ended up growing when Bill said to me, Tracy, leave the mistakes in the video. Stop trying to edit them out.
I said, do not edit these mistakes.
And I'm thinking, well, everybody else edit out their mistakes. He was like,
no,
don't do that. Be who you are.
I said, that's, to me, this is what crafting is all about. To me, and I've always said this, a mistake is nothing more than an opportunity for creative. It's for you to actually show what let the creativity flow.
Mm-hmm.
You know, now is the time. And if you don't show the mistake, you can't show that creative opportunity and what will manifest in that moment.
Right.
You know,
just keep going, right?
As an onlooker, and I'm like a crafter that puts his toenail in the water, but I've learned enough to know that your crafting mirrors your life or your outlook on life. How you craft tells everything about you. It really does. It can show your insecurities. It can show your hopes, your dreams. If you know, everything. You know, and that's what mindless crafting is all about. Just removing all of those self-imposed obstacles.
And
I'm afraid of what this person's going to say.
Limitations.
What would they do? Is this good as this person's? And what was... No! How the colors... No!
I gotta be me.
Just let it go.
Right.
just let it go. And whatever comes out is what's coming out. It was destined to come out.
Yep. Right.
And when it comes time for that creation to be sent or given to someone, that will reveal itself also.
So true.
Oh, Kathleen Sattler says, this is a ministry and so is a quilting marine. I tell you what Mark, my brother-in-law, the quilting marine,
yeah,
when he did that, he did a campaign. It was called Love Shouldn't Hurt. Talk about domestic abuse, and you know, and a lot of the quilts that were made, it's about, how many quilts, Tracy? 30 or 40 of them, but they were taken to like these women's shelters, and some of them were for children, right? And Mark was showing his one quilt made for a kid, and it had reflective like writing on it or something that showed up in the nighttime that said, "You are not alone." When Mark was showing that, Mark had to walk off the screen, and everybody knew that he had lost it.
Yeah, he definitely...
you know, and it just revealed something about him because, you know, oftentimes, like Mark, okay, being a Marine, when I tell you Mark is like the ultimate guy's guy, that's who he is, okay? And for Mark to display some emotion like that, that reveals something also.
Right, and what was fascinating about that quilt is that the writing would only appear if the temperature dropped.
Right.
So if the person was outside cold,
Below freezing.
right? Because we know homelessness is a thing that sometimes when you're going through domestic violence, sometimes you just have to flee in the night, and homelessness is a thing. And we hope that message never has to appear, but if it does, that message did say what you were saying.
Right, you are not alone.
Right, you're not alone.
Isn't that something?
And he did that campaign because he knows that me and my sister and my brothers grew up in a household where domestic violence was a thing. And so he took that same thing and turned it into a positive through his quilting. And so it just goes to show you just never know, you know, what someone has gone through. And what the next journey is going to be, because I'm looking for whatever the next journey is going to be, whatever it is.
Or what aspect of this journey?
I want it to be something where I can bless others. You wake up wondering, how can I bless other people? And so that's my mission. is to be able to be a blessing to others.
Then the husband says, I learned from you. I no longer worry about my mistakes. That's how I got the courage to do my first video.
And people will surely point out your mistakes to you.
Oh, it was amazing you would say that because she says, I shared it with a longtime friend, and the first thing out of her mouth was not nice. Linda Huffman, if you would have seen my first video, okay, imagine looking at your screen, whether it's on your computer, TV, whatever. My video was like somewhat in the middle of the screen, surrounded by black. The video was all fuzzy. It was the most pathetic thing you've ever seen in your life, and I couldn't have been more prouder, okay? But anyway, the bottom line is this. Your beginning is not your end.
Yes. Your beginning is just the beginning.
It's only the beginning.
Right.
And a person who has something to say negatively, well, as I always say, I can promise you, if you go to their channel, assuming they have one, or their page, or whatever, I can promise you they don't have a single video. They never made a single thing. If they did, they never put it up for anyone to see. So do not let other people stop you in your tracks before the journey and the blessing begins.
Yes.
The thing was put in your heart to manifest itself. And yes, there are going to be people who see the devil will say, you know what, let me stop Linda Huffman and this person and that person for doing what it is that I put in their heart to do, because once this thing manifests itself, it's going to get too big for me to stop. So I better stop her now while she's not strong enough, or while I think she's not strong enough.
Yep.
But you don't listen to them. It would never have been planted in your heart.
Crowd them out.
You think that, so here's the thing, you think you planted that thing in your heart. It was put there. It was put there.
Yep.
It was planted.
Yes. And we get caught up in what the world says, and we don't want to get caught up in what the world says. What's more powerful to me is what is God saying to me. So I need to hear God's message. And if you're in a way criticizing me, saying that my work is not perfect, it's not up to par, it's not this, it's not that, then I can't be on this platform being able to inspire others. Because my thing is to craft, but it's also to inspire. God has me on a mission to inspire other people, to bless other people. And so that's how we've been able to stay on YouTube for so long, is because although there's a lot of naysayers out there, I know who I am, and I know whose I am. So if I'm a child of God, how am I going to be able to allow someone, I'm going to be able to allow man, someone who's of the flesh, to try to tear me down, to stop doing what God has destined me to do? So you have to think the picture. And the thing is, y'all have told us, I know y'all craft, Tracey and Bill, but man, the ministry. And for a while I ran from that. I was like, oh my goodness, ministry. That's powerful. Like, you're saying that we're a ministry. Bill, we're a ministry? Like, we make mistakes, and we don't have like a perfect life. You know, we're not perfect people.
Exactly.
We're a ministry. Like, when people say y'all are a ministry, I get kind of scared, you know, like, man, I don't want to be a ministry. I'm afraid to be a ministry, because ministry is people holding you up to a higher standard. And I'm afraid that if I fall off, you know, people are not going to like me.
And they're going to
or
say
they're going to
something.
say, oh, look at her. She done fell off the bandwagon. But I'm noticing that through my testimony, even when on my hard days, when I'm not feeling good, that is the ministry. Saying that you can still keep going.
Bye, Tina.
You can still keep going. That's the ministry. What a powerful live. Bill, I was going to come on here.
You always say that.
Oh, that's God, boy. God for you. God will, you'll have it all planned out, and God will just laugh at you like, oh, she don't understand what's getting ready to happen.
Y'all are saying so many good things, I can't even get to it all. I can't even say everything. It's so much. So I apologize in advance right now, or after the fact of the matter, if I haven't said a lot of things. It's just so much.
Whew.
Oh my goodness, Belinda Jackson, you just said something now. Belinda Jackson says, Tracy, I know what it's like to be told by your child's doctor, we don't know what to do.
Yes.
She said, I stood on God's word.
That is such, you have no, I just had to let go and let God, because I was like, I can't do this. This is too much for me. And there's days where you'll say to yourself, Lord, this is too much for me. But the Lord is right there saying, I got you. Keep the faith. I got you. So if you're saying I trust God, I had no choice but to let everything go and just lean on him, because I would have never been able to make it out of there without being a crazy person. Okay? Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that I hit, Jasmine says, I'm glad that I hit the bell and subscribe, because I'm here to hear this message. And I needed something powerful and positive. Blessings to you all.
Well, thank you, Jasmine.
Wow. All you got to do is be yourself, because that's who God made you, who you are, individual. And so we're always trying to be something that we're not supposed to be. So when it doesn't work out, we're wondering like, it didn't work out for me, because that's not where you're supposed to be. God has you in another place. It took a lot for me to even walk off my job, because people were like, well, Tracy, you haven't reached retirement age yet. And the amount of people at my job, I didn't tell them until it got really close to me to leave when I was working. They were like, but you've been a librarian for 20 years.
Gemini mom says,
And I just had to do something different. It just had to be something, I needed to do something bigger, especially after spending time in that children's hospital. That did something to me, and seeing all those little ones just so sick but yet happy. I don't know how to
but
explain
here's
it.
the thing: the doing of the doing something bigger. If we had listened to ourselves or our own understanding, I can promise you, YouTube would not have been it. Because you're thinking YouTube, that's just something on a computer or something, you know. But what happened was we started getting all of these emails and even letters from all over the world about different things, testimonies. That was through Little Storybook, you know.
Yeah, that was actually through.
I'm telling you, it was so incredible that at that point we started to say, you know what, this is bigger than us. It's bigger than however tired I may think I am after working 14-hour day or whatever, trying to make it to the hospital, this and that. Somehow we were even recording in the hospital.
Yeah.
We would find a place somewhere to go and just record there, and then I would go home at some point in between work and coming back to the hospital to edit the videos and load them up. Gemini mom says, who knew coming to watch someone craft would bring to tears, joyful tears. Beanie Freak says, my son is going through stomach issues. What was Ariel going through? What were her symptoms?
Vomiting, bloody stools, massive amount of weight loss within a 2-week period. I mean, when I say massive, it was just
30 pounds.
Yeah, she was already slender, and they just could not tell us, like they couldn't make a diagnosis yet. And after going to emergency room, just back and forth, just
they said it's some kind
kept
of
having to
bug.
go to emergency room.
Super bug, but it wasn't.
It wasn't. Nope. They finally diagnosed her with what was called ulcerative colitis, but later on diagnosed her with Crohn's disease. And Boy, I tell you, we had a great GI doctor, and a great what's the doctor who does the we had a great surgeon actually.
Exactly.
Yeah, so yeah, her end result was Crohn's disease.
Kira Reed, I figured that. Kira Reed says, hold up now, let me just clarify something. I wasn't divorced when I met Steve, but I was legally separated and had been for several months. I wasn't cheating. Karen, I figured that. I figured
Karen's
that.
like, hold up, wait a minute.
Everybody, hold up.
She said, hold up, wait a minute.
Steve said, let me clarify something. I gave her some tea.
Y'all are too funny. So yeah, this is just kind of the idea. I hope that y'all are getting a little bit of inspiration here. I know we're
thank you, Laura.
We've talked about so many different things, y'all, but I'm just hoping that this live gives you a little bit of crafty inspiration, but also plants a seed in your heart that you're wonderfully made. Sometimes you need to stand in the mirror and say, you know what? I am wonderfully made, okay? Because you are. You just have to find your own way. And you have to let go and let God. Okay? Because he made you individual and unique. You're not a copy of anybody. You're your own individual person. So if you like fussy cutting, like I do, without using the cutting machine, then by golly, you do that. Okay?
All right, Jill Pounds. Jill Pounds is getting ready to take 3-month-old baby James for what's baby James' birthday today. Well, actually, her 3-month birthday.
Oh, 3 month. Yeah.
It's his 3-month
His
birthday.
3-month, yeah.
Thank you, Tammy LeBron.
You're an individual. Yours is not supposed to be like anyone else's. It's okay to go outside the lines when you create. Someone told me, oh, I can't believe that you don't have I still don't have a Cricut. At some point, I'll probably get one when timing is right. But someone told me that like as if it was like a bad thing. Like, you have over 100,000 subscribers and you're a card maker and you don't have a Cricut? Okay.
Security.
I know, right?
Get her off of YouTube.
The crafting police came for me. They're like, you don't have a Cricut? My goodness. Okay. Now, I do want one at some point. I know I've been saying to y'all over and over again.
We're going to get it.
But, yeah, the fact that they said that to me was just like, okay, like, and you needed to tell me that? Like, is there something in the rule book that once you reach 100,000 subscribers, you need to have a Cricut? I love the Cricut, and I love
chapter 8, verse 2.
I like these little envelopes on there. They look cute. So y'all see where I'm going with this. This is just kind of gives me the a little bit of like what I want to do with these, like as far as placing them. I know she doesn't want, one of the rules says she doesn't want like glitter, no glitter on the cards or something like that, because we don't know about allergies with the kids and stuff like that. So just be careful. Make sure you read those rules for Biddy Penny's card making challenge. So how long we been on here, babe?
We have been on here 2 hours and 29
I
minutes.
love it. I'm gonna 5 more minutes, okay, and we're gonna get off because we got to go be with the grandson. Oh, Jaime said she's so late.
Jaime Karan, how you doing?
What is Strawberry's right there.
Strawberry sleep.
Strawberry is over here sleeping. She does not do well in the sun.
Tracy T, that's what I'm going with too. Tracy says, I'm saving my chores for after the live.
I'm saving all my chores for you.
That's what Linda tells Biscuit. Biscuit!
I'm saving all my chores
Biscuit. Sonia Creel. Sonia Creel, you just got here. Where
Sonia
have you
Creel just came
been?
in the craft room late.
I'm late. I'm late. I'm late. I'm late. I'm late. Who's
Child,
that?
child, did you see Sonia Creel just
Sonia Creel just
come
sashayed
come
up
into
into
the
the
craft
craft room.
room
That's my great
late?
grandmother say, sashayed. That was a word. Child, she just sashayed herself.
Up in here.
How many of y'all heard that word before? Sashayed.
I've heard it.
Now, I know it's probably not in the dictionary,
I
but
think
when
it
they
might.
said it,
Bill,
I kind
I
of
think it.
I can visualize a person walking in what I thought was a sachet.
I have
Look
a
who's
feeling.
on here, Trace.
I have a feeling it's in the dictionary. Bitty Penny, how are you doing? Bitty Penny is in the craft room today. We were just Biddy. Biddy, I'm calling her Biddy.
She's like about 100 years old. Hey, Biddy?
Toby, we're all sending people over to go and subscribe to your channel and support you. I'm making cards right now for Uvalde to be sent to you. So I'm just kind of giving them a little bit of a some inspiration of what I'm doing with my cards, and hopefully sachet is in the dictionary, Bill.
Is it?
Yeah, so hopefully you've got some cards coming your way. Bitty Penny, Tracy and Bill, you're such an inspiration. So many of your crew have sent in cards. Bitty, I'm telling you, these are the most wonderful people that we've never met, okay? I always say that. They don't play when it comes to that card making and being able to bless others. This is how crafty people roll, Bitty. Toby.
Okay, here, Toby. Email me your phone number at mindlesscrafting.com.
Huh? How you know she want to talk to us right now? She might be getting ready to
She ain't doing nothing.
She might be driving. Well, no, she wouldn't be driving and listening to us. You be driving and listening to us, but not looking at us. Call me either one. Oh! We're about to get Bitty Penny on the phone. We're about to call you. Oh, Bill, she's getting ready to. She's
gonna what?
She's getting ready. She's gonna send you her phone number. Well, this is nice. She said, I'm home resting today.
Everyone needs rest.
Well, glad you can join us. Take a rest. So, I'm sending paper hugs for the card. That's the theme for our cards for Uvalde, for the cards that I'm making. So, I'm glad you joined us because I was just talking about. I have everything here about your website, and so people go there, read, and make sure they're following the rules and stuff. And so yeah, my cards will be coming to you soon. I'm getting it. It's still July 1st is the deadline. Just want to confirm that with you, Toby.
Toby, I'm eagerly awaiting your phone number.
She at home resting, and now y'all got her on the live. Awesome. I'm glad you chose to join us while you were resting. Wow, what a treat. Rhonda Higgins said, I needed this live today. The message was for me. Yes, it was.
Lily McGee says, Tracy, don't even worry about the cricket. I've had one for over 5 years. Still in the box.
Those boxed up craft tools, I know. Those boxed up craft tools. That's how we got to introduce the Quilting Marine on my channels, because he was showing me how to unbox my sewing machine, which I still don't use it much. Biddy, what is the address? There is the address. I see someone asking about the address. Karen Hankerson.
It's too close.
There's the
Oh, I
address
see.
right there. Linda Huffman said, "Get the cricket out the box." Linda Huffman is the cricket queen. Okay. There's probably not one question that she doesn't know the answer to regarding that cricket. So I know who I'll be calling when I get mine. Okay. Guillotine said, "Tracy, that is what I love about you. Everything is made without a machine." Yeah, I'm a hands-on crafter. I don't know. I just like the way it makes me feel when I'm like my hands are busy doing stuff. But I am gonna get a cricket. Ah. So I'm just flashing that that address there for y'all, just so y'all can see it. Oh, she's saying you got it?
Let me look. No. Let me keep looking.
Oh, you told her to send it to admin at Mindless Crafting?
Yes.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I don't see it yet.
We don't see it yet. Hold on, y'all. Karen Hankerson said, "I still have my copier in the box." Oh, boy.
So Biddy, you sent it to admin at mindlesscrafting.com, right?
Is our email slow, maybe?
I don't know.
Oh, Carmina says the same thing. Me too. I love creating with my hand and going out of box.
It's not doing it.
It'll come through. Let's see. Robin's Nestercraft. If you came in late, you can actually go back and watch the replay. Go back and watch the replay.
Okay, here it is.
Is there a Facebook for Mindless Crafting? Yes, there is. We do have a Mindless Crafting Facebook group, and we have a Mindless Crafting prayer group as well.
If you ever looking for Mindless Crafting, we're branded straight across the board in almost every social media platform as Mindless Crafting, just about.
Yeah, so look for us on Facebook. Oh, she just sent it again.
I got it.
Oh, you got it? Okay. Someone said, is there an address for the victims of Buffalo? If there is, send it to me. Send it to me and I'd be happy to share it.
All right, I'm calling now.
So we can send cards. That'll be great.
Hey, Bill.
Hi there.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
So glad that you joined us live.
Well, hi, Miss Tracy. Thank you.
So, y'all,
I'm so honored.
Oh my goodness. So this is Toby from the channel Biddy Penny on the phone with us right now. So I'm just letting them know that we're so glad that you're doing this campaign.
Oh, thank you. I am too.
And we're so glad that you choose to be a light on this in this YouTube world, okay? Um,
Absolutely.
and I just want to say that you're doing a great job with your channel. I'm glad that we found each other. Um,
Aw, thank
through
you.
such through such sadness, we were able to still find each other. And
Yes.
you always look for the positive in everything, even as devastating as this is, which is so devastating. When I found that you were doing this car drive, and I think someone had mentioned it, like actually my assistant, her mom follows
Mm-hmm.
you. My assistant's mom follows you, and my assistant is the one that gave me the information about your channel and what you were doing. And I was
That
like,
is
wouldn't it be nice to jump on this card campaign and be able to do this and tell my followers to join in on it too. And so I just
yeah.
want you to encourage you to continue to be the light that you are. We really
Oh, thank
appreciate you, and you are
absolutely.
part of what the world needs right now.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm so honored. I actually started card making when I was dealing with some PTSD, and I've always been crafty.
Yes.
But at church, I was dealing with a lot. I had two really small children, and we have all these great ministries, but I was never able to fit it in my schedule. I've always worked from home, and you know, and I told my husband one night, I was like, I think I'm gonna start making cards. Like it was funny. I hadn't seen any cards. No one had given me the idea. I had never seen anyone make handmade cards.
Yeah.
It just kind of popped in my head,
Wow.
and I Googled it, and I found all these amazing people on YouTube. This is back in 2017. And, I adopted it as my hobby because I was like, this is like a ministry of joy. Like, you
Yes.
typically don't make a card to tell somebody off. Like, you know
Right.
what I mean? Like, this is gonna spread some love and joy. So I
Yes.
started by making cards for our church, and I did that all the way up until the pandemic.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I still make cards for the church, but we used to do it as a group. I'd have these big groups, and we'd make cards for the hospital, and cards for hospice, and cards for random acts of kindness, and that's how I got it all going. And then when the pandemic came, we had to shut down all the card making we did together,
Yeah.
and I found my way to YouTube.
Oh my goodness. So you started your channel like during the pandemic?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
wow. You see what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like such things can happen in ugly situations. It's just we were just
Yes.
talking about this. I'm not sure if you heard us talk about how you can still create even when you're going through stuff. Even when things are
Yeah.
dark, you can still choose to be the light. Even it's hard, sometimes you got to fight your way out of it.
Mm-hmm.
But how awesome is that you created out of something that, like the pandemic where we feel so disconnected. So
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
kudos to you.
absolutely.
Kudos to
Oh,
you.
thank you. And with this card campaign, I have never done a card drive.
Mhm.
So I really kind of stepped in the deep end, but I don't mind. I'm kind of that way. I like to just dive into things.
Yeah.
And for me, I have two young kids. I have a 12-year-old and a 9-year-old. And I just told them, I sat the whole family down. First, I asked my hubby, I call him Dr. Shrub. I have nicknames for everybody.
I love that.
And so I asked Dr. Shrub, I was like, hey, can I do a card drive? He's like, for Uvalde? He's like, absolutely. And so that was all I needed.
Wow. Isn't that something
And
else?
I sat my kids down. I said, look, there's a lot in this world that's dark. There's a lot in this world that we don't have control over most things.
Yep.
But what we can control is ourselves.
Yes.
And what we can do is we can spread love. And that is our main commandment that we need
That
to focus on.
right there.
And I said, like a Jedi, because my son loves Star Wars, I was like, we have to train ourselves to be the light, even especially in the darkest hour.
Oh my
Whether it's
goodness.
our darkest hour or somebody else's, we've got to actually go out and physically practice love.
Oh
and
my
so
goodness. Yes.
I have been involving them in every step of this.
I love it.
I think that is such a gift to give my family.
Yes.
So as much as I know this is going to bless the community of Uvalde, it's blessing my family every day right now.
Yes, it is.
So,
and get ready, because once you do one card campaign, you're always looking for the next. We've done quite a few card
Or the
campaigns.
next is looking for you.
And yes, the card campaigns will definitely find you. We just
right.
came off of a card campaign when when the situation in Uvalde happened, and then I found you.
Oh, love
And
it.
so
Well,
this is just awesome. I
you know
just
what?
think it's a huge undertaking. It's a huge undertaking, but you know what? It's the blessing, and the way I feel doing this gives me a chance to say, instead of focusing on what I can't do, what I can't control, I focus on what I can do. I can make cards. I
That's
can sit
right.
and make cards, and I can
That's
send them
right.
to Biddy Penny, and I can bless that card is going to find its way into someone's hand who's going to be blessed.
And you know what else? And you know what else, Toby? In a strange sort of way, it's also providing healing for the creators of the cards, because
For sure.
I have to
Yes.
tell you, I
You're
mean,
so right, Bill.
yeah, the sadness you feel in a situation like that, when you're like, you know what, thoughts and prayers simply aren't enough anymore. I just can't deal with it. I've got to do something. I just feel, I can't even
Yes.
tell you what I feel. And the
Yeah,
creating of these cards is providing a healing balm somewhat. You know what I mean?
absolutely. You know what? I reached out to my contact in Uvalde today and was like, hey, checking in with you. I want you to know this has actually been a greater success than I had anticipated.
Yes.
We have over 6,000. I think we're approaching 7,000 cards.
Yes. I love it.
And
I know.
I love
and
it.
Toby, and most of the cards are getting ready to come in at the end.
Yes.
Because as a
Oh,
human species, we tend to kind of wait to the last second. So you're getting ready to really see the real influx coming in the next week.
So July 1st is still the deadline, right? I just want to
yes,
make sure.
ma'am. It
Okay.
sure is.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's so funny because I've had to pull in the help of my mother-in-law and my mom, and every
Yes.
Saturday we've been working 8 hours. Y'all know.
We know.
And
Okay.
sort through everything, and we're partitioning it off, for schools, for churches, they have 3 nursing homes, so I'm going to make sure all 3 of those nursing homes are also covered, because I don't want them to be overlooked and all of this.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Hospital covered, and so I just praise God. Like, it's amazing.
He can, and we feel like we're only one person, but guess what? You put a ripple in the water, throw that pebble in the water, and watch the ripple.
But aren't you glad you were obedient? What if you listened to the voice that said, "But who am I? I'm just one person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm nobody."
We have all that testimony to push. I told the kids that because as the boxes started filling up my car every day, they were like, I don't know, Mom, I think this is too much. Maybe you should call it off. I said, absolutely not. I said, I started this on a bent knee, and we started going through the different stories of the Bible where David and Goliath and we have all of these examples in our own personal life, but also right there in the scripture that tell us that he will give us the strength we need each day. There's no reason to worry. I'm not going to back down. We're going to follow through. And he will see us through. And I tell him, we're just his hands and his feet, and we're just going to see him through. So.
Yes, we are. Okay.
Yes. I was so delighted today when I talked to my contact there at Uvalde, and he reassured me, because I said, I know when we originally talked, I wanted to deliver enough cards to you for all the children of Robb Elementary and the teachers and staff. I said, but it's grown exponential. We're almost at 7,000. He said, bring them. We're actually moving our location, but we own the old location, so I'm going to have a ton of storage. It won't be a problem at all.
Oh, wow.
Just bring those cards. And I was like, yes.
Oh, my goodness.
You know something else,
it.
Toby? I think there are probably so many children also that are going through a lot of pain. That a lot of the kids that are down there, even in other parts of the country, this could benefit them also, because they don't know what to do either.
Yeah.
I know.
And we can
only... Absolutely.
Yeah. So
Absolutely.
hopefully there's tons of card campaigns and man, you really started something here and gave us an opportunity to feel better. Because I had been feeling down over the whole situation, the situation in Buffalo, the situation in
Oh,
Uvalde,
I know.
and I had just been feeling so down. And your campaign came at the right time because it gave me
It was the
the
final straw of, you know, I do believe that there's power in thoughts and prayers,
yes,
but you got to do something.
got to do something.
I was sitting on my couch crying, and I said, I can't just sit here and shed tears any longer.
Yeah.
I have to do what I can do.
Yes.
And, you know, this is what I could do. I said, you know, I had spoken to a friend who has another channel, and she, you know, I had talked about some of my dilemmas as a creator. I don't want to just sell things. I don't want to just be product placement.
Right.
You know, I want to inspire and
Right.
I want to connect. I started my channel so I could connect to the community. And she's like, well, face it, you're an influencer. And I was like, well, if you're going to call me an influencer, then I'm going to be an influencer of love and good.
There you go.
You know, it kind of helps me set set my pace and my sight back on that.
Yes. And so you found your mission, and your mission is going to continue to grow.
And evolve.
Yes, it's going to evolve and grow. We've been doing YouTube for I think this might be our 11th year, something like that.
Wow.
And
kudos.
The people that need to find you are going to find you. We don't have to focus on everybody. We focus on the ones that are going to find us. We put the light out there, and so that the ones that are looking can find the light. And so,
well, it's so funny. Some of your subscribers and friends that have sent me cards and sent me emails and sent me messages. They all have the light, and I'm like,
yep.
This is so beautiful. I am so honored that you two promoted the drive, and that, like, having this opportunity to have a chat with you, like, I can tell that your crew is my kind of crew.
Yes, they
exactly.
will, look, they will roll
here
with you no matter what. Okay.
I love
you
it.
know, so we're thankful because your message, you being on this platform right now, seals the deal. We were talking about this. We've been on here almost 2 hours now, but we were talking about being the light. And
almost 3. Actually.
And I said, I'm going to sit down, do my cards. But who knew that the actual Biddy Penny, Toby, would be here with us? So God
I'm usually working right now.
Oh my goodness.
What made you come on?
Everything lined up perfectly.
What made you come on today, Toby?
It was the weirdest thing this morning. I woke up feeling good, feeling normal. Everything was great. I had my list in my head of everything I was going to accomplish today. I went and sat down at my computer, clocked in, started working, and my stomach just got so upset. I got so nauseous. I couldn't sit up. I couldn't stand up. I was having such a hard time. So I clocked out, went, rested. I did some work on my website for the Uvalde drive. I just did what I could from my bedside. And then it had cleared up enough that I could pick up my daughter from vacation Bible school. I could feed them lunch. So we all just ate lunch, and I sat down and was like, you know what, I'm just going to relax a little bit. So I turned on YouTube, and you guys were the first thing that popped up, and I was like,
oh my gosh, goodness. Oh my goodness. And we're live. Not only are we live, we're live talking about your card campaign.
I know. What are the odds?
I mean, it's like, that's how God works, though.
I know. I don't.
So he said, go rest, and I'll take care of the rest. You go rest. Wow, isn't that something else?
I need a few more cards to come from a different location. Go ahead and rest, because I'm going to need you to come on live with Mindless Crafting so you can talk to those people that I'm going to send at approximately 2:53 p.m.
Oh my goodness. Well, we hope you we hope you're on the way to feeling better. We'll keep you in our prayers. Thank you once again for being on with us. We really appreciate what you're doing. And
thank you guys. I want you to know that you guys, I genuinely just love you guys. You're so uplifting. In fact, last night I was up in the middle of the night. I do that sometimes. And I caught one of your episodes where you were crafting back in April for a card drive you were working on for the motorcycle
Ministry.
ministry.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And you were talking about your brother-in-law who quilts, and you were showing off the magazine that he had signed. And
Oh, yes.
And I just, Bill's always singing, and you guys, you just are the best. Like,
oh, my goodness. Thank you so much. We can only be who we are.
Space that everyone knows, I think, everyone knows it's a safe space. It's an encouraging space. It's a space of light and love and joy. And we definitely need more of that in the world. So I want you to know that you guys provide that for me, and I am really grateful. I just found y'all like 2 months ago, and I was like, wait, what?
All in the right timing. God's timing.
No.
God's timing. Wow.
So thank you, guys.
Well, so to you and your family, thank you for giving us an opportunity to bless others.
Absolutely.
So make sure you take care of yourself, okay? Because we need you.
Right. I am. Today is a self-care day.
Yes. Well, we're gonna go ahead and sign off, and we're getting ready to sign off the live as well.
Exactly.
But if you ever get an end card count, we would love to know how much you were able to how many cards you got
email it to us or something
in the drive. Yeah.
I will, and I'm updating my website. I'm making sure to take pictures from each box. I take 3 cards out if they send more than 3, or if they only send 1. Bill said it in that live that I watched where he said, if you can only send 1 card, then that's the exact card that people need. And I feel the same way about my drive.
Yes.
You don't have to send me a box of 100 cards.
Yes.
Even I've had many people send me 1 card, and I'm just as grateful.
Yes.
For that contribution, and but I am taking pictures, to kind of so that people can see others' work and be inspired. So we have over 200 pictures now uploaded.
Oh
on
my
the
goodness,
Uvalde
I
page.
love that.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep them, have that. I'm going to keep it up. It'll be there indefinitely, even after the card drive ends, so that we can celebrate everyone's contribution.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'm just so elated right now. I feel so blessed to have you on the phone with us right now.
I feel honored and blessed too.
Exactly. And for those of you that are just coming on, just know that we're speaking to Toby of BiddyPenny.com, who's doing this incredible card drive for Uvalde to uplift the spirits and for the community of Uvalde that have experienced so much devastation. Be sure to go to her channel,
Biddy Penny
on YouTube, and subscribe.
Yep.
Oh, thank you guys.
You take care, and we absolutely love you.
Oh, I love you guys so very much, and you'll be seeing me around. And
Yes.
I just wanted to say again, thank you to everyone in the chat and everyone who's submitted cards and all of your kind notes and letters. It's very touching.
Well, you are so welcome. Feel better, okay?
Thank you. Y'all
All
have
right.
a blessed day.
All right, you too, Toby.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
All right,
Bye. How awesome was that, y'all? I just can't
Wasn't she
even.
awesome?
I just can't even. The day has been just wonderful. If anyone else is smiling on this live right now, I mean,
Her
just
enthusiasm and excitement was practically jumping through the phone.
such a joy to speak with her, and her just sharing her testimony and, incorporating it into the whole family, and I just feel so blessed right now just to be in this space.
It wasn't interesting how she was trying to figure out what she could do several years back, and she said the thought popped into her head to do the YouTube channel, right? And that's an example of what I was saying, how you're thinking this, but that was given to her.
Yes. Yeah.
And thank goodness
And she was obedient. Yes. Yes.
Thank goodness she was obedient to that.
So yeah, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and sign. My heart can't take any more right now.
Can't take any more.
My heart is so full right now. I'm just like, yeah. Sheila Overstreet said, "We are big, smiling, and feeling good." Yes.
That was
Awesome lady.
awesome.
Princess Nieves, awesome lady, awesome project. Yes. Oh my goodness.
I know we missed a lot of comments, but
Yeah, we
to
missed
all
a
of
lot
you,
of comments.
thank you so much. We love you. Oh, one thing, Mary Ann Biello says, what is the name of the pens you're using to color your stamps?
Oh, these are Adaxi. Well, don't worry about that name. That was the old name. They changed it. It's Adaxi art markers, and I'll put the link. I got them on Amazon. I'll put the link below. I'm feeling a little teary-eyed right now, y'all. It's just been an emotional live, just all together, and how we're using our crafting to inspire others and to also give. You know, I know how it makes me feel when I give, and I'm hoping that all of you have that same joyful feeling, even while we're going through stuff. We all can always give. We love to craft, and what a blessing it is to be able to share our crafts with others. Yeah, today was awesome. I agree, Rhonda Higgins. Y'all take care and look, have a blessed day. If this live was not a blessing, where you feel a little bit lighter, where you feel joyful in your heart, we're gonna continue to pray for all of you. Just because I'm feeling so emotional right now, I can't even contain myself. I can't even. I would do a cartwheel on the front yard right now.
if you were guaranteed that you could get up afterwards.
But I might hurt my foot, okay? I would do a cartwheel right now. I'm feeling so joyful right now. Let's see. Yeah, so these aren't finished yet. I'm still working on them, but I'm getting the layout for them, just kind of before I start gluing stuff down. And more than likely, because y'all know me, I'll probably end up putting dimension on these as well. So this is what they look like right now.
Thank you, Donna Satterley. And for everyone that came to visit today, were first timers, thank you so much also. Please don't be a stranger. We are on every Thursday at 12 noon.
And I'll put Biddy Penny's link. These are the type of YouTubers that need to be uplifted. The ones that are making changes in the world and being a light in the world. You know, you may not be subscribed to many channels, or you may be subscribed to a bunch of channels, but subscribe to Biddy Penny's channel. She's an awesome person. You heard the conversation just now between us. I feel like I already know her. She's even more awesome now.
You know?
She's even more awesome.
You had me at hello.
She's even more awesome than her campaign. I mean, I've watched a couple of her videos, but just hearing her like live is absolutely amazing. So I'm just holding these up before we go, y'all. Simple as that. So I'm going to be finishing these out during the weekend and stuff too, because I have a couple more that I want to do. But look at that. But just like she said, if you could only send one card,
thank you, Linda.
that's one more person that's going to be blessed, even if you send one card.
Linda's husband says happy anniversary.
Thank you. June 28th. It's our anniversary.
Sunny Crew doesn't know where you're 55.
Anniversary.
In my mind,
oh,
Sunny
happy
Crew is
birthday
40.
to you. She said she turned 55. Happy birthday.
I thought she was like 40. Something like that. Thank you, Laura Rios.
I had so much fun today, y'all. Y'all take care. Laura Rios said this live was very touching. Yes, it was. And just thank you all for your encouraging words. I feel like I may need to watch some of this after we go off just to catch all the comments. Just do the rewatch on this. Y'all take care. We absolutely love you. And thank you all for participating in that card campaign. You still have till July 1st to send the cards to Uvalde. You can go to biddypenny.com to look at all the rules and stuff that she has in place. And then subscribe to her YouTube channel as well, Biddy Penny. She's sharing the cards on her website, and I know she's been sharing some of them on her YouTube channel.
Right. Here's the address right here.
Yep. All right, y'all. Y'all take care. Love you. Bye. Bye.